Chuck and Chernoff every afternoon, which means you'll love their podcast. Welcome to Matlanta Spotlights Atlanta's rich sports history with the best interviews from your Atlanta sports heroes.
In the top of the first inning, I ran over Greg Maddox on a pop-up. Kind of my welcome to starting in the big league moment.
In the collector and dealer, Chuck's passion for sports cards is unparalleled as he geeks out on all the latest trends. Download them all at thepodcastpark.com or subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
This is the fourth time they've seen him. One ball and no strikes. The ball takes a fastball up and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Rays had the leadoff man reach in the first, but not sixth inning. 2-0 pitch. The ball fouls one back, 2-1.
There's that curveball, and he was on one. His fastball goes hook. Surprised me. Got him to ball 1 for 5, couple of strikeouts against him.
Braves 4, Dodgers 2, out of the 7th. Now waits as Knebel comes set. Righty replants his left foot, now raises it, 2-1, catches the inside corner. Got a fastball into the hands and a 2-2 count. Adam studies the bat, stares down Knebel. 2-2 pitch. Huge swing and a miss. And a fastball by him at 97. One out here in the 7th inning. Jack Peterson will be the batter. 5, 6, and 7 has been a quiet portion of the order for the Braves. Jock and Vance with the team title right here. Jock hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. That's the only time he's reached. That's the only time any of those three have reached between Udall, Peterson, and Swanson. Hit the ball hard a couple of times, Peterson and Swanson. Jock takes a curveball in for a strike.
He's in the upper 90s, 97, 98, and that 80-mile-an-hour curveball.
That's a hard curve. 0-1 from Knebel. Down in the dirt. Jock didn't offer. Curveball down makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. Dodgers in the 8th will have Seager, Turner, and Smith, 2, 3, and 4. And again, no one tossing in the Braves bullpen. It'll be Tyler Matsuk out there for the 8th. Ball to strike on Jock. Here's the pitch. Jock with a swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
He Minter went 2 innings without any problem. He didn't have the stress that those strikeouts involved for Matsuk, though.
Tyler put the team on his back there in the top of the 7th. Ball and 2 strikes. And the offering from Knebel. Hit high in the air to right. Not enough carry on this one. Richie Betts coming in. And it falls all the way down into his glove. 2 down. Strikeout and a fly out to right. It's up to Dansby to keep it alive here in the 7th. Well, the way that things have gone in this ball game, even if there's no one on base with 2 down, you're not giving up on the inning because they've done so many great things with 2 down.
Yeah.
4 runs on 7 hits for the Braves. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Dodgers. 2 down space is empty, bottom of the 7th. Knebel, 5th pitcher used by the Dodgers. Dansby swings on the a strike. Pitch to Dansby. Foul into the seats under us at a 1-2 count.
Hopefully he's just playing catch and there's nothing wrong with Matsuk.
Yeah. Not a problem to have him up and toss him just in case. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Dansby Swanson. Rays haven't gone down 1-2-3 tonight, but run the risk of doing that here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And they've left 9 men on base.
1-2 pitch to Dansby. He swings and shoots one to the left side on a base hit. Dansby a big turn along first base. Waiting for second and throws on the brakes. With a big turn, hits the brakes, goes back to the bag. Another 2-out base hit for the Braves.
He was all over that curveball, and it was down and in. He just dropped the barrel on it. Darno can keep the inning going. Soler's come out on deck.
What do you see? When you love to see Jorge up there with 2 on and 2 out.
Yeah.
That's what this team has done all night long. They get the second out, and all of a sudden they start getting base runners. 4-2 Atlanta, bottom of the 7th. Travis takes a fastball low, 1 ball, no strikes. Travis had a single back in the 2nd, also walked and scored in the 4th inning. That walk, one of the biggest of the ball game, took place with 2 down, and 2 batters later, Rosario hit a home. Pitch on the way, popped up, spinning foul. Now they come souvenir, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And obviously is why Jesse got up in case that pitcher spot came up. They would pinch it for Matsuk, I guess.
They had a runner at second with 2 down at that point. With a 2-1 lead. They don't take their shot. If Jesse gets in any trouble, he might go ahead and go to Will for more than 3 outs. Cross that bridge when we get there. 1 ball and 1 strike on Darno. From Knable. Swing on it. Swing for the curveball. 1-2. Kenley Jansen throwing to the Dodger bullpen. Base hit here will be the second of the ball game for Travis. Trying to get that run back that they gave up at the top of the inning. Shakes off his catcher Smith, now comes set. Dansby a lead at first base. 1-2 pitch. Roll it away, evens the count 2-2. Lots of facial expressions by Travis Darno where he's grimacing. Sore hand and thumb, fighting through it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pick off the first base. Dansby back to the bag.
Just got a good look at Travis's bat. I don't think he's got that padding on there like he had before to protect his left thumb.
Yeah, it's not there. Flips the bat with bright red batting gloves. Steadies the bat, waits on the 2-2. Here's the pitch. Got him looking, strike 3. Fastball, inner third. Heading to the bottom of the 7th inning. Braves get a 2-out base hit from Dansby Swanson, but that's it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the top of the 8th inning with the Braves on top of the Dodgers, 4-2.
Homeowners, if you're considering renovating your bathroom or kitchen and increasing the value of your home, contact PDI Kitchen Bath and Lighting. Family owned and operated, PDI offers products from top manufacturers like Kohler, Delta, and more. Let our experts help you create the bathroom or kitchen of your dreams. Find a showroom near you and schedule an in-store or virtual appointment at RelyOnPDI.com. Drop the big box stores and rely on PDI for your kitchen, bath, and lighting needs.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent. If you're hurt and trying to choose a law firm, here are some questions you need to ask. Do they have a fully staffed office right here in town? We do. Have they litigated thousands of cases here in Georgia? We have. And have they collected millions of dollars for their clients? You know we have. One call, that's all.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Call 1-800-CALL-KEN. Spokesperson for Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law. See website for details. 1355 Peachtree Street, Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Georgia, it's time to say yes to COVID vaccine. Why? So we can spend time with our families and friends again. To keep Georgia businesses open and thriving. So teachers and students can be together in the classroom to help end this COVID pandemic and save lives. For answers to vaccine questions, visit dph.georgia.gov/COVID-vaccine. Georgia, let's all say yes to COVID vaccine.
Gas South is proud to be the official natural gas provider of your Atlanta Braves. Sign up with promo code BRAVES and get $50 in bill credits and an autographed baseball. Go to gassouth.com/Braves.
Hey, this is Brian Snicker from your Atlanta Braves, and this is Atlanta's only home for baseball. The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
Now a two-run lead with 6 precious outs to get it. The Braves want to go to the World Series. Let's go to down to Tim Powell. Tim, one of the heartbreaking things sometimes is a reliever who comes in and has a tough inning. But what a bailout by Matsuk, huh?
I mean, the bench just absolutely exploded when he got the final out. I think everybody was thinking the same thing. That might be one of the turning points of this game, potentially taking away a rally from the Dodgers that will send the Braves to the World Series. I did something interesting a few minutes ago. I ran up to the concourse. When a sellout crowd is this big, you expect long lines in the restrooms, concessions, souvenirs, etc. The concourses are almost empty. Everybody is in their seats. They're not going up to do anything except watch the baseball game from their seats.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's right. Can't take our eyes off this one. There's Corey Seager to lead it off. 4-2 Braves in the 8th. This pitch from Matsuk, swung on a foul ball. The second dug down the third baseline, 0-1 on Seager. Now Matsuk looking for 3 more outs. I'd like to get 3 more out of him. And let Will Smith handle the 9th. And in between, score some runs in the bottom of the 8th. Nothing and 1 on Seager. Matsuk's pitch. Strike. Beautiful slide.
A-list durable flooring for your home that will last a lifetime. And get it installed with help from Lowe's. Get Stainmaster Pet Protect carpet starting at just $1.99 per square foot. And Pergo Wet Protect laminate starting at $2.49 per square foot. Both with limited lifetime warranties. Order now, only at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Install available in-store only and through independent contractors. See Lowe's.com for details and licensing. U.S. only. See Lowe's.com product detail page for more warranty information.
What gets you revved up? Maybe it's heading toward that next adventure, driving farther and exploring more. Or maybe it's just spending less time worrying and more time doing. Whatever it is, Citgo is here to help with top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline. With continuous use, it helps keep engine parts clean for a smooth ride and maximizes your mileage to get more life out of every tank. Now that's gas you can feel good about. Go rev up with Tri-Clean gasoline at your locally owned Citgo station today.
Attention plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR technicians in Atlanta. If you're not making $44 an hour total package, this message is for you. The United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72 has immediate opportunities in the Atlanta area. Top-level pay, excellent benefits in retirement, and safe working conditions. Contractors are hiring right now. If your employer's not paying for your insurance and benefits, or if you're not making what you're worth, we want to talk to you. Visit ua72.org/join us, or call 404-373-5778 today.
Atlanta Braves A-list season ticket memberships for the 2022 season are now on sale. Learn about great perks like A-list play day on the field at braves.com/A-list. It's the Braves and Dodgers in the NLCS on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana hot sauce.
Next man up for the Dodgers out of their bullpen is their closer, Kenley Jansen. He's been unbelievable himself in the postseason. This is his 8th game. He's 2-0. He has not given up a run in 6 innings, 2 hits. He has not walked a batter, and he has struck out 12. And yes, Jorge Soler is in the on-deck circle, and it appears he will hit for Matsuk. And he has been announced, so Matsuk is out of the game after retiring all 6 men he faced with 4 strikeouts. And guess what? A.J. Minter retired all 6 he faced, and he struck out 4 batters. What a job by those 2 left-handers tonight for Atlanta out of the bullpen.
That was a legendary performance. I don't know what else to say about that. That was incredible. The Braves will carry at least a 2-run lead to the 9th for Will Smith. They backed out onto it. It'll be Soler, Rosario, and Freeman. 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the 8th versus Kenley Jansen. Dodgers have gone Buehler, Gratterall, Vesia, Trinan, Knebel, and now Jansen. Looking ahead to the Dodger half of the 9th, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 with Taylor, Bellinger, and Pollock. And those 3 guys have arguably been the toughest outs of the night. Jorge Soler lead things off. Just cleared to come back from COVID-19 list. Pinch hit opportunity in Game 5 and struck out. 1 for 12 in the postseason through 4 games. He's the first Brave to see a right-hander Jansen. First pitch, a huge swing and a miss. Got a cutter by it.
Watching Matsuk in the Braves dugout after the inning, knowing he was being going to be pinch hit, he was like a caged tiger. He couldn't sit down, still pacing the dugout.
One from Jansen. Ground ball foul within 2. That's into the Dodger dugout. Riley Jansen comes set. Smith sets up away in the 0-2. Lifted foul coming over Albert Pujols out of Williams. That lines up Pujols back at the Braves dugout.
Jorge spoiled a good pitch there. Hard cutter on the outside corner, maybe borderline, but he had to not take it, fight it off somehow, and he did. base, but it would be a big move to get to second base for this reason. If Ozzie puts the ball in play and Heredia is going on contact, let's say they're fortunate enough to cut him down at the plate. If Freddie's at second ahead of that, he can move to third and be there with 2 out.
Looking to Ozzie. Johnson sets. Runners at the corners, one down. There goes Freddie. Pitch on the way. Swing on miss, strike 3. Once again, they go up. Ozzie couldn't get there. So 2 down, and there's Austin Riley.
That really hurts. The lack of contact there, but they went to their spot to get Ozzie on the one he can't lay off of. High Harden.
Well, in the 6th inning, Austin Riley came to the plate with the bases loaded at 2 down and an opportunity to really bust it open. He struck out. And don't you know that he wants to make good for that with this opportunity here in the 8th. Base hit scores at least 1. Braves to that on their lead, which is currently 2 runs. A 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th. Second and third, 2 down.
Austin looking for his first hit ever off of Jansen. 0 for 5.
First pitch. It's time. 1 ball, no strikes.
Adam Duvall on deck. Got a base open. And Adams fanned 3 times tonight.
1-0 on Riley. Heredia and Freeman looking for a ride home. They're out there at second and third. No pitch to Riley. Check swing. There's a strike. Called strike anyway. 1-1.
Hate to leave those runners out there. Braves have already stranded 9 tonight. Make it 10.
2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike. There it is to Riley. Back 1-2. Shifting on Riley the entire series, and once again, that's what they're doing here in the 8th. Meanwhile, Will Smith is kind of stretching out. He's been throwing. He's plenty warm out there in the bullpen. At least a 2-run lead to be his to work with in the 9th inning. Riley looking to add on to that lead. 1-2 pitch. Swung on miss, strike 3. Braves can't score that run after the leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. So it's come down to this. When we come back, it'll be Taylor, Bellinger, and Pollock good for the Dodgers. Braves with a 4-2 lead to the 9th. Ben Ingram here for my friends at Solomon Brothers Jewelers. Solomon Brothers has been Georgia's #1 diamond destination for decades, and it's easy to see why. Walk in their stores and find the largest selection of in-stock diamonds, engagement rings, and wedding bands at the best price in town. Need a jewelry gift for a special occasion? Hit a home run with any of Solomon Brothers' classic jewelry styles. Go see my friends at Solomon Brothers Jewelers in Buckhead or Alpharetta, online at SolomonBrothers.com and on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. And all season long, we're giving Braves fans something to sip on. It's the Grand Slam Smoothie, a bold, refreshing blend of banana, coconut, pineapple, and lemonade. Pair it with one of our made fresh wraps, flatbreads, or sandwiches, and you've got the perfect double play combination. And on Tropical Tuesdays, stop by one of more than 25 participating Tropical Smoothie Cafes in Braves Country and order your Grand Slam Smoothie for just $3. Available in cafe only. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You're on Tropic time now.
Outdoor concrete projects are quick and easy with Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag. Whether you need to set a fence post, mailbox post, or deck footing, or even pour a backyard patio, Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag makes it simple. To set a post, there's no mixing. Just pour the dry mix into the hole and add water. It sets hard in about 20 minutes and you're done. It's that fast and easy. Quikrete fast-setting concrete. Look for it in the red bag.
Atlanta Braves A-list season ticket memberships for the 2022 season are now on sale. Learn about great perks like A-list play day on the field at Braves.com/A-list. The Braves and the Dodgers are battling it out for a trip to the Fall Classic. And the only station streaming the NLCS for free is The Fan.
Yeah, and that Fall Classic is 3 outs away. Braves need 3 outs, and they need Will Smith to get him. He's 2-0 in the postseason with six outings, 3 for 3 in the saves. He's not given up a run. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He will face Chris Taylor leading off the inning. We know what a pain in the neck he's been. He's 1 for 5 in his career against Smith, 2 strikeouts. Bellinger 2 for 10 with 4 strikeouts. Pollock 1 for 8 with a homer and 3 strikeouts. And Ben, never have I meant this more so than right here. Get the first guy. Get the first out.
Get the leadoff man, no walks.
Yeah, no walks. Get that first out. Be tough. Put a rally together.
Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. The Braves have a 4-2 lead in the top of the ninth and are 3 outs away from the National League pennant. Chris Taylor climbs in. Will Smith ready to go to work and his first pitch on the way. A bunt, he missed it. Nothing in one. Tried to bunt for a base hit. And everyone spraying in.
Riley's a great idea. He just didn't think he was going to get a slow curve on the first pitch.
Ball's on a strike on Taylor. He's going to shift to the left side. Freddie by himself on the right side. In search of 3 outs. Nothing in one on Taylor. So 1 from Smith. Lowered in with a slider. And ball at 1 strike. Taylor has hit on once. Led off the 7th inning with a
changing. You think it's too late in the year? Not so. Brandon Addison from OT Nation is here to tell you how.
That's correct, Nick. This year's coming to a close. It is definitely not over, though, guys. If you made promises to yourself in January that you haven't quite kept, give us a call. We could be that catalyst for change that you've been looking for all year.
Don't fall back into old habits. Keep the promise to yourself. Check them out at lowtnation.com or 866-FIX-LOW-T.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Hey, stranger, want us to give you a hand? You're going to play too. We play Keno. Keno? That's got to be as tricky as brushing a mule's teeth. It's easy. You just pick 10 numbers, and Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win. And if I match all 10 of my numbers, I win up to $100,000. Well, shoot fire now. What, tarnation? Don't ever say shoot fire around my goat. Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly. Truist Park is the perfect location for your next corporate meeting, company event, or holiday party. Learn more at braves.com/meetings.
What's up? This is Riley. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the applewood bacon. It's savory, and then it's also kind of sweet. It just really knocks it out of the park.
Order the Grilled Chicken Club sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests pay for their testimonial.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A's are proud to partner with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project, helping to fight food insecurity to families in need throughout the communities they serve. More info at braves.com/homeplate.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people. It takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and floods the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2021 Toyota RAV4. Offer valid through November 1st, 2021. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $27.78 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Georgia Power is dedicated to helping you save money and making your home more efficient. Learn more about energy-saving tips and programs at georgiapower.com/energy efficiency. It's Braves postseason baseball. The Braves and Dodgers battling it out in the championship series right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
The celebration continues at Truist Park. Nobody's left the stadium. Second base, they've got all that area roped off, and Ed Mangan and his crew have brought out a stage where the Warren Giles Trophy will be awarded to the Atlanta Braves shortly. No one out there just yet, but they continue to celebrate. Fans are celebrating. It's just a wonderful sight, and it's been a long time coming, folks. This team is very special. We know you fans love this team. You have taken them on and embraced them more so than any team, I think, in the last 20 years in Atlanta. And it's an easy team to pull for and love. And they're going to the Fall Classic. I'm going to give you the totals real quick as they get ready to
replaced and retired all 15 they faced. Incredible. Pretty amazing work by those three guys. They are your players of the game, brought to you by our friends at the Home Depot. From a game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done. For the winning game, Game 6. Now how's that narrative? As Freddie Freeman said, the narrative will continue until we kill it. They killed it tonight. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 12 left. The Dodgers, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left. Tyler Matsuk was credited with the win. Walker Buehler, the loser. Will Smith, his 4th save. Time of the game, 3 hours and 32 minutes, 43,060. What was it, the 3rd or 4th largest crowd? And 3rd largest. 3rd largest, 2nd largest postseason crowd. Postseason, okay. Now the team is making its way up on the stage. So as they do, and prior to the awarding of the trophy, we'll take this time out and be right back with you here on the Braves Radio Network.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Lease a new 2021 Toyota RAV4 LE for $249 a month for 36 months. Offer valid to November 1st, 2021. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3548 unit signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and duty. See dealer for details. What gets you revved up? Maybe it's heading toward that next adventure, driving farther and exploring more. Or maybe it's just spending less time worrying and more time doing. Whatever it is, Citgo is here to help with top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline. With continuous use, it helps keep engine parts clean for a smooth ride and maximizes your mileage to get more life out of every tank. Now that's gas you can feel good about. Go rev up with Tri-Clean gasoline at your locally owned Citgo station today.
Attention plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR technicians in Atlanta. If you're not making $44 an hour total package, this message is for you. The United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72 has immediate opportunities in the Atlanta area. Top-level pay, excellent benefits in retirement, and safe working conditions. Contractors are hiring right now. If your employer's not paying for your insurance and benefits, or if you're not making what you're worth, we want to talk to you. Visit ua72.org/join us or call 404-373-5778 today.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Braves playoff baseball is on now. This is the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers in the NLCS on the Braves Radio Network. Lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Braves winning. Final score 4-2. We're just getting going with the post-game celebration. We can tell you this, our next broadcast will be Tuesday. Braves and Astros, Game 1 of the 2021 World Series from Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. Our Braves Radio Network coverage will begin at 6:15 Eastern with a full leadoff show. And the first pitch of Game 1, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Starters have not been announced. Great job by our guys in studio. Keith Ippolito, Cameron Carruth, Ben, Joe, and J-Tad will be right here. We're going to continue things here in Atlanta. Braves winning 4-3 over the Dodgers. Hyundai postgame show coming up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Playoff Baseball on the Braves Radio Network. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of Atlanta Braves Playoff Baseball. Stream every pitch of the Braves postseason totally free on the all-new Fan app or enable the 680 skill on your smart speaker and stream at home. Thanks for being with us for the 2021 playoffs. Don't move because the Hyundai postgame show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Braves fans, Cleanwell Cleaning Services has teamed up with the Atlanta Braves as an official partner. Cleanwell Services is the best cleaning solution for the Atlanta Braves in your business. If you have an office building, restaurant, or event venue, you need to get in touch with Cleanwell today. Let our pros focus on your cleaning needs, ensuring your business is clean, safe, and comfortable. Learn more at cleanwellsafe.com. That's cleanwellsafe.com. Remember, it's not clean unless it's Cleanwell Clean. Sonder Health Plans, a Medicare Advantage plan servicing the 4 Atlanta counties, Fulton, DeKalb, Cobb, and Gwinnett. Sonder Health Plans offer chronic needs plans for people with diabetes and cardiovascular issues. People with disabilities also qualify to join the plan. Sonder offers 0 monthly premium as well as a drug plan at no cost. Give them a call at 888-449-1137. That's 888-449-1137 or visit them at sonderhealthplans.com/baseball for more information.
Outdoor concrete projects are quick and easy with Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag. Whether you need to set a fence post, mailbox post, or deck footing, or even pour a backyard patio, Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag makes it simple. To set a post, there's no mixing. Just pour the dry mix into the hole and add water. It sets hard in about 20 minutes and you're done. It's that fast and easy. Quikrete fast-setting concrete. Look for it in the red bag.
Lately, my family has gotten a little behind on our doctor visits, but this year, that's changing. We're making health a priority with Emory Healthcare. My husband got the knee replacement he's been putting off. My mom is getting a heart procedure that Emory pioneered, and I scheduled my annual mammogram. And with so many virtual visit options, we are getting it done in 21. Make your health a priority at emoryhealthcare.org/healthfirst.
The Braves season continues as the 2021 playoffs roll on, which means the savings continue at Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers has the fastest oil change in town, and they're your one-stop shop for all your vehicle maintenance needs. And again this postseason, when the Braves score 5 or more runs, you score a discount. You'll get $1 off a full-service oil change for every run they score, and you can take advantage the day after the playoff game. For more information and to find a location near you, visit expressoil.com.
The weather's changing, but your natural gas bill doesn't have to. Sign up for Gas South's one price plan this fall and pay one flat monthly payment, making it easy to set it and forget it. Gain peace of mind knowing you'll pay the same amount every month regardless of usage with no settlements or true-ups. Plus, as the official natural gas provider of your Atlanta Braves, Gas South gives you $50 in bill credits and an autographed baseball when you sign up today using promo code BRAVES. Visit gassouth.com/Braves. The difference is good.
Atlanta Braves A-list season ticket memberships for the 2022 season are now on sale. Learn about great perks like A-list play day on the field at braves.com/A-list. Thanks for tuning in for Atlanta Braves playoff action on the Braves Radio Network. This is the Hyundai postgame show, recapping the National League Championship Series. 1-0 pitch on the way.
High fly ball to deep right field. Back to the top house. Did he just turn out the lights? He did!
All the highlights, news, and audio from today's game is on the way. All driven by your local Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Visit buyhyundai.com.
What a thriller here in Atlanta.
Now live from the Battery Atlanta at Truist Park. It's time for the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Rosario has just been awarded the 2021 National League Championship Series MVP, and he's raising the MVP trophy high right now. What a remarkable performance. He definitely earned it.
Oh, my goodness. Tying up the record for the most hits in a postseason, and he did it in 6 games.
Incredible. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
We'll bring you every pitch of the National League Championship Series on WCNN North Atlanta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
Jim Bell, you're down on the field watching that final out, the celebration that ensued. What an amazing opportunity to be down there and see what just took place.
It was great. I was about 5 feet away from the grill at the far end of the dugout, the stairs onto the field, and I got to watch all the players just get out there and get after it. It's great for them. I'm happy for them, happy for all of us too. I know it means an awful lot to all of us in Braves country. And we just got to watch, you mentioned that Eddie Rosario just named the MVP of the series. His teammates finally got their chance to chant Eddie, 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 and they did it very well.
He was, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy more deserving for what he did for the Braves and where they would be without him. What an integral part he has
going back to those trades before the deadline, and maybe they didn't seem like much. I mean, heck, Eddie was injured. I don't think anybody really thought much of that acquisition at all. But they think a lot about it now. I mean, he is truly the hottest hitter on the planet right now.
And think about this, Jim. We can go through it one by one. Eddie was acquired for a player that the Indians released the next day.
Right.
Soler was acquired for a minor league first baseman that was stuck behind Freddie Freeman and not going to play anytime soon. Adam Duvall was acquired for a backup catcher who was more or less buried in AAA. And John Peterson was traded for, well, that was the Bryce Ball trade there. That it didn't affect the team as it was structured. Oh, I was thinking about Rodriguez going to the Pirates for Bryce Wilson. He certainly was a top prospect for the Braves. But all these players that were acquired that did so much to get here, and how little it affected the actual makeup of the 26-man team.
And it's not like they wrote big checks with all those deals. You would think for what the Braves gave up in terms of player personnel, that they would also, there's been a lot of that cash considerations that would have been floated around that. I don't think that those deals really cost the Braves much in terms of personnel or money.
Yeah, and you think about some of the other deals that were made across baseball, and the one that's closest to the front of my brain right now is the Dodgers and what they gave up, right, for Scherzer and for Trey, the best prospects. Yeah, so the Braves did nothing like that, and yet they're the team going to the World Series. I'm just really proud of this group because of the way they were more or less dismissed. Yeah. You know what else? They took the All-Star game away from us. Yeah. They can't take the World Series away from us, can they? No. We're going. Yeah. It's going to be World Series games right here. Right here. Well, I know the players are coming off the stage right now. A few moments ago, I could catch the smell of cigars coming from the stage down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's going to be a night, fellas. It's going to be an amazing night. I know that eventually I have an opportunity to grab some of these players, Jim, so if you start getting players heading your way, we'll jump right in there with you.
Sounds good. I think they're going to head in for their champagne celebration now. I kind of like the evolution of this where they take it inside, they have it just amongst themselves, and the eyes, I mean, there's a TV camera, and they put it up on the video board so you can watch that way, but it's all about the players and the staff, both in terms of coaching staff and medical staff and clubhouse staff. It's all those guys together in one happy family, and they get to do it themselves. Then they'll come back out on the field and do some interviews.
Yeah, I like it too, Jim. I think it's great. It's somewhat private, and it's a way for them to let their hair down. I was thinking about A.J. Minter, and you guys can remember back to the first two celebrations so far this year. A.J. Minter had on a Stetson. Yeah. And he had his goggles on, but he had a straw hat, a Stetson. He took it with him to L.A. I saw it. I saw the box, the hat box. I know where it's going next. He didn't get an opportunity to break it out. I think we'll see it again tonight. I think we'll see it tonight, and I know we're going to see it in Texas. I know that's for sure. This is going to be a celebration of the ages tonight.
When you think about the actual game, how big did you guys think it was that they didn't issue an intentional walk and get Matsuk out of the game and make the Braves have to cover another inning with somebody other than Tyler Matsuk?
I didn't get it, Jim. I would have done it in a heartbeat.
I was shocked.
That's why when the next half inning started, I didn't want to cast aspersions against Travis Garneau in any shape or fashion, but the fact that he made an out, I wasn't upset about it. They kept him in the game, kept Matsuk in the game.
Absolutely.
As great as Eddie Rosario was in this series, and you could almost make a case for co-MVPs, how good Tyler was.
No doubt.
Tyler had some humongous outs, and the outs that he made tonight, guys, I don't know what's ahead for the World Series, but it's going to be tough to beat the 6 outs that he got tonight, especially those 3 in the 7th inning. That's one of the most just absolutely nails performances I have ever seen.
I don't remember anything quite like that in the postseason. Do you, Jim? I mean, that was dominating.
No, I can't remember anything like that. Nope.
Staring down a team that looked like they could be on the verge of doing tonight what they did in the 8th inning the other night, and he just come out and absolutely slammed the door.
back to another key strategy moment, which was the bottom of the fourth inning, which was the pivotal inning in the game. The Dodgers had just tied the game at 1 apiece. The Braves had nobody on with 2 men out in the inning. Travis d'Arnaud, the number 8 hitter, comes up, and he walks. Now, that brings up Ian Anderson, so the fact that d'Arnaud got on base would give Brian Snitker the opportunity to go ahead and let Ian make it out and then continue to pitch. But he didn't do that. Instead, he went with Adrianza with a runner at first base and 2 men out. Adrianza then doubles, making Snitker look like a genius again. And then second and third and 2 out, you know what happened next. Eddie Rosario happened again.
Yeah, one of the best at-bats of the year by anybody. Very tough situation against Buehler there. And as I recall, now tell me if I'm wrong, guys have to go back and look at the play-by-play. But d'Arnaud's walk came after he fell behind in the count, I think. I want to say he was behind and he still worked the walk and got it going. But as we say so often, a walk is a rally in the postseason, folks, and it was again tonight.
How about sniffing a possible rally out of a runner at first base and 2 men out and the 9 spot coming up?
Right. Yeah, and when Adrianza comes through with that double into the corner, and I'm willing d'Arnaud to run faster. They get that one run in, and to his credit, and why he's one of the best third base coaches in baseball, Ron Washington, as much as he wanted that run, he wasn't going to just send d'Arnaud in to run into an out. And it set up Rosario. Sometimes too, you got to know who's coming up next. Yeah. You know, rather than try and run into an out, who's coming up next? And the hottest guy on the planet, as you said, Jim, is coming up next, and he came through again.
Well, and how about how close that home run was to the foul pole down the right field line? Could easily have curled foul, but it did not. So again, it goes back to the discussion we had prior to the game, which is a lot of people, there's this myth in Georgia sports that, you know, Atlanta sports are just cursed. And I said before the game, the 2021 Braves have nothing to do with any team that has ever faltered in the past in any sport. This is a different team. It's a special team, and now it's a World Series team.
It sure is. Say that one more time. Just like hearing that. Oh, man. First time since 99, folks.
First time in this century.
Yeah, boy.
That is happening. Game 1 Tuesday night.
I'll just do a quick poll around here. I am a size 13.
I have no idea what I am.
But I'm going to find out real quick. Yeah, boy. Oh, man. National League champs, another pennant, another placard on the light tower. Man, oh, man.
Just an incredible scene down there. Just hundreds of folks down there on the field, media and family and players, obviously, front office personnel, and just a celebration that you dream of, fellas. I mean, this is why you do this. This is why you go down to spring training and spend 6 weeks down there and spend the next 6 months traveling all over the place and playing games every single night, just hoping that you have this opportunity. And the players just did an amazing job, an incredible story, and the entire Braves family gets to celebrate something that we've been dreaming about for so long, and it's finally here.
Well, like I said the other day, with the exception of Terry McGurk and John Sherholtz, there aren't any other executives who have been in the World Series, right, in the Braves era. I mean, working for the Braves. They've been working toward this, but none of them have been able to enjoy the fruits of their labor like they are getting to now.
We're going to enjoy them all night. We don't have to be anywhere till the plane takes off, right?
No. Oh, and speaking of that, I think it'll be a little bit of a lighter load. Unfortunately, I'm afraid the Braves are going to lose some players to the injured list because Tyler Matsuk, when he came off the field after completing his second frame, he tore 7 arms off in the dugout on his way down. They call them high fives, but they don't call them arms ripped off, and that's what they really were today.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what, Jim? The team took 25 cases of champagne to L.A. just in case, because they were not going to be able to get champagne in L.A., I'm told. And then they had to bring it back. Last night we watched them unload 25 cases of champagne in the tunnel. I think they'll break it out right now.
Yeah, they are. Yes, indeed they are. And another thing, too, however you get to the World Series, guys, you take it. But I love that
care of business tonight. On to Houston. And didn't they equal their franchise record for victories in a season?
Yes.
I mean, this is not just any Dodger team. It's not the 2020 team or the 2019 team. They've had a great run of success and some terrific teams. This team had more wins than all of them.
Yeah, it was a great team. They were crippled. They had some injuries.
So did the Braves. They may want to make some, I'll call them excuses, but allowances for some of the injuries they've had, especially lately. They've lost some key guys.
Lost the corner infielders. Lost Kelly the other night. Not sure if Scherzer was even going to be able to pitch tomorrow if they had won tonight. But the Braves losing arguably the best player in the National League, and Ronald Acuna Jr., never having Soroka, et cetera, losing Darno for half the season.
Right.
The Braves endured.
That's what it's all about. I know there are lots of folks that didn't think the Braves had a chance. 88-win team. But I said it all along. If you're looking at the Braves as what their entire body of work was from April through the end of September, you're fooling yourself. Because the team that was out there in August and September, completely different set of circumstances and a completely different team than what went out there April through June. Yes, and the team that they were in August and September was every bit as good as the Giants, the Dodgers, the Brewers, and they faced two of those three teams and beat them both. No question about it. So what happened April through June? It don't matter.
It did not matter. It wasn't the same team. And the real, I guess, plus for the Braves is that nobody in the National League East took off and went into a 10 or 15 game lead, which they easily could have done.
Right.
Any one of those teams, especially the Phillies, could have done that. The Mets had the first place for 100 days.
Yeah, 106.
Anybody could have taken off, and they didn't. And that more or less gave the Braves a chance to get back in it, and they didn't miss.
Doors left open, they just blasted right through it.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, a couple of the guys that we've mentioned here in passing, Ronald Acuna and Mike Soroka, they're both down the field. They have been celebrating with the team. In fact, Ronald just limped past me into the dugout even as we speak, and Mike Soroka limped past me about 3-4 minutes ago. So at least they got to enjoy it. But I actually spent a lot of the game today looking in the dugout and seeing mostly Ronald Acuna, and I'm thinking, what is he thinking? What is Soroka thinking? About what they're missing? I mean, you already hate that you got injured. It's devastating news that you're going to be out for a long time, and in Soroka's case, you can double that. But, to see this team, this special team, do what it's done in 2021, I don't know what those guys are thinking.
One of the things that has struck me during the acquisition, following the acquisition at the trade deadline, and what Alex Anthopoulos did, is what this team has accomplished without Ronald Acuna. Think about it. Having these guys come in, fill the void.
It wasn't just one guy. It had to be everybody contributing to that kind of loss. But the Braves are going to the World Series without Ronald Acuna Jr., and who would have thought that back in early July? Never.
Well, talk about the guys that, when one guy goes down, another guy has to step up, but also everybody's got to pull the rope a little harder. And there were a bunch of players that after Acuna went down, they became kind of different players. I'm thinking of Dansby Swanson, the second half that he had. There are a number of folks that did that. Some of them were new acquisitions that didn't really play with the Braves in the first half, but they were huge in the second half. But there were a bunch of folks who stepped up in the absence of the great Ronald Acuna, and they picked up the slack.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. And I hope Ronald's able to go to Houston and enjoy it on some level. I'm sure he will. I know he'll be in uniform and in the dugout cheering everybody on, but I hope he's able to enjoy it because he's part of it. He is. Well, the team is celebrating right now. They're doing the champagne celebration down in the clubhouse. We're going to step aside right now. And when we come back, we'll continue our coverage of the celebration. The Braves are National League champions in 2021, and they're going to the World Series. And we'll continue our coverage when we come back on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hey, AT&T, do you mind turning down your music a little?
We live with AT&T, and it's a headache. He's always talking about gig speed internet, but turns out we can't even sign up for that here. My buddy Bruce picked Xfinity. He got gig speed. Not
Xfinity can deliver fast, reliable gig to the most homes. Go to Xfinity.com/compare-ATT, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed.
Healing and protecting your heart isn't a one-person job. It takes a team. At Northside Hospital Heart Institute, we've brought together 75 leading physicians with the expertise to treat any cardiovascular condition. Whether you need a checkup, to get your blood pressure under control, or face a serious heart surgery, we're here to give you the utmost confidence in your care. Now at over 50 locations across Georgia. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. Excellence at heart.
Play ball! Grabbing whatever you want at Racetrack is a lot like watching the Atlanta Braves grab a W. From knocking dinner out of the park with a hot slice of pizza and dollar fountain drink, to hitting your sweet spot with a Swirl World ice cream topped with candy and drizzled in chocolate. There's nothing like the victorious taste of getting whatever you want, whenever you want it. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
This place does not look like it did on the website.
Let's call the front office.
You have reached a number that's no longer in service.
Don't want to move to another crummy apartment? Choose Cortland, where our top-tier amenities and dedicated teams deliver a living experience that'll knock your expectations out of the park. And with more than 25 communities in the Atlanta area, we're in more locations than a well-thrown knuckleball. Cortland, next-level apartment living, and proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit Cortland.com to find your new home today.
Here at the Home Depot, we want to help you do big. Bigger. Even epic. From small tools to earth-moving equipment, we've got your DIY covered. No matter how big or small. And at the Home Depot, you can rent and reserve online and pick up in-store. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part fast, we have same-day pickup. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa Know-How, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Same-day pickup available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta is now open. We look forward to welcoming you for all your travel needs and are committed to safetyness and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
The game is in the books, but the Braves coverage rolls on. It's the Hyundai postgame show, breaking down the Braves in the NLCS on the Braves Radio Network.
Truist Park, this is the Hyundai postgame show alongside Jim Powell, as well as Joe Simpson, and our producer engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Benning here with you. Now we're going to welcome in Kevin McAlpin. Kevin, how about what we saw over here tonight?
Wow, man, what an atmosphere at Truist Park, too. Anybody that says that that's not a great atmosphere for baseball, I don't know what they're watching, man. It was absolutely electric in there. From the very first pitch of the game tonight, guys, that place was rocking. Atmosphere all around. A lot of fun here at the ballpark tonight. And it's time for your Xfinity play of the game. And we're going to go ahead and give that to Eddie Rosario as things just went completely haywire. 3-run homer as he takes home the NLCS MVP here tonight. Eddie Rosario's 3-run homer is your Xfinity play of the game. And Braves fans, do more of what you love with Xfinity and stay on top of every pitch with the fastest internet and experience a powerful and secure Wi-Fi connection. Xfinity X5. Can your internet do that? Ben, I can only imagine what that scene looks like across the street at Truist Park.
I thank you, Kevin. It's an amazing scene over here. Jim, I know in just a little while these players will be coming out. I'm watching, as I'm sure you are too, on the video board, the celebration going on. And this, I don't see this stopping anytime soon.
No, each celebration has gotten a little bit larger. I mean, if you think about it, this was Chapter 3 of the 2021 Atlanta Braves. First, you had to win the National League East. Check that box. Then you had to win the NLDS. That was taken care of. And then about a week later, you win the NLCS to get to the World Series, which is the fourth and final chapter that is yet to be written.
I can't wait to see what's going to be written.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just looking at that video of what the celebration. There's A.J. Minter with his Stetson.
Oh, Josh Tomlin
got one on
one, too.
Good Texas boys. This celebration going on, and let them celebrate all night.
Right. The other great thing about celebrations like this is, some of those champagne bottles get sprayed on other players, and some get poured over heads, and some get turned into mouths. And when they come back out here, a lot of times, they'll tell us things that they would never tell us otherwise because that champagne has been flowing for a bit.
Some really honest moments coming up.
Yes.
On the Braves radio.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
Yeah, this is going to be amazing. Well, taking you back to this ball game, Atlanta had the early lead, and, I know that the biggest base hit comes on a 3-run home run by Eddie Rosario, but as you go back and piece this thing together, and Jim, just from the standpoint of a tone being set and what it was like down there on the field, just a humongous run early to get that double by Austin Riley to make it 1-0, and then set a tone that lasts for the rest of the night.
And we all thought the first run would be huge. It is in most baseball games, and it was again today. The Dodgers did get it back in the fourth inning, but the Braves had an immediate answer, which is always a wonderful thing. The Dodgers feel like they've got their momentum back. It's 1-1. They're going to go on and beat the Braves. I mean, they hadn't lost an elimination game since, I think, 1912, if I remember correctly.
Right.
So there was no doubt in my mind that they felt they were going to come from behind and win this game, especially once they tied it up. And the Braves immediately quelled that notion right away.
Well, I like watching these celebrations, needless to say. And as you said, Jim, they're getting larger and larger. There's a taxi squad now. So there's some guys who were in AAA or part of the taxi squad, even last year during the COVID problems. They're able to enjoy this too. They may not be active, they may not be on the roster to play each night, but they're here available and they're taking batting practice and getting their work in and everything. They're celebrating too, and that's a good thing.
That's exactly right. I mean, they've had a chance to be with the major leaguers up close and personal for a considerable amount of time, and they've seen what the hard work. It's not that the Braves just threw their bats and their helmets out on the field and won the National League Championship Series. The hard work began actually years ago, and these guys got to see the way they still work on a day-in, day-out basis. Players like Freddie Freeman, who could put his feet up and he could slack off if he wanted. Ozzie Albies, Dansby Swanson. I mean, the work ethic of a lot of these players on this team is off the charts. Austin Riley, the coaching staff. This is a blue-collar coaching staff that is really, really impressive and has been for years. But those young players now see the preparation, the work, all the things that go into it to get where the Braves are right now.
Think about the guys that have come here, Jim, and who came here knowing the history. I guess the word culture, too. I don't like that word in baseball, but the attitude of this team toward winning. This is a winning franchise, and it started in '91 and has continued, but it's always been competitive. But guys who have come here hoping to get to this spot to be in the postseason, and I think of Travis d'Arnaud is one of them. Some free agents who have stuck around and enjoying the fruits of this. Some guys like Tyler Matsuk. Tyler Matsuk was on the shelf. He was an indie ball. He had the yips. He couldn't find home plate. And yet, when the Braves scouts saw him pitching in independent league, Walt Weiss knew about him. They gave him a shot. And look how instrumental he is. I just love those kinds of stories. Charlie Morton, I see him on the camera, so that comes to mind too, about Charlie wanting to come back here and be a part of this.
And him going through it before, pitching in a couple of World Series, being able to tell about the experience of the guys who have not been there. And a humongous part of this. Man, I love your point about Tyler. I mean, thinking about how he just wanted to play some kind of baseball somewhere along the way. Watch it later, too. And now he just got 6 of the biggest outs in Atlanta Braves history. They're in the 7th and 8th innings of this ball game, and one of the biggest reasons that they just won the National League pennant. I mean, you can't make that kind of stuff up.
I just saw one guy that was really irritated.
Who's that?
Rick Kranitz. Somebody poured champagne on him and put his cigar out. his Padron is out of fire.
Yeah, you don't do that.
I'll bet he's got another one.
He does too.
You know he does.
He's got a cabinet full of them. We'll get a chance
chance to visit with some of these guys here in a little while. We're not going anywhere, as we're going to continue here with the Hyundai postgame show. Everyone taking pictures and memories that'll last a lifetime and knowing what's to come. And that's another exciting thing, too, fellas, is you see this team win the pennant and so excited for what they just accomplished. And then, hey, if you're fans, you're thinking, hey, we got to get to Houston. We got to get our tickets for game 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever it might be. And the next step, and getting to the World Series. And for a certain generation of Braves fans, they've never seen this type of success. They're seeing this for the first time. That's why I keep saying that this team has revved up this fan base like no other team in the last 20 years because they haven't been here. They haven't seen this.
Right.
They haven't seen anybody this good, team this good. And I couldn't be happier for these guys. I just think the world of every one of the guys on this team. Is it blasphemous to talk about Houston?
I don't think so.
I mean,
that's the next step.
We're celebrating and enjoying this. I hate to say, okay, now what?
No, I think it's fun just to think about, because it's a situation that you've been thinking about. It's an opportunity you've been thinking about for 22 years, and now it's here. And I don't bring up Houston from the standpoint of, all right, let's talk about X's and O's and strategies and matchups. It's just the fact that this is happening. This is going to happen. They're going to the next round. They're going to the World Series. There will be World Series games in Atlanta, Georgia next weekend.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And the scandal that rocked Houston, that's not very far from baseball fans, the front of their brain, right, thinking about it. Atlanta is going to have a tremendous amount of support.
Yeah, they sure are. 43,060 here tonight. And those of you who are listening to us on the Braves Radio Network who are here this evening, it's a night you won't forget. You did an amazing job tonight. The fans were incredible, and we knew that they would be. I remember looking out into the ballpark about an hour before the first pitch and telling you, Joe, this place is almost full. An hour before the first pitch of the game. You knew that once you got to first pitch of the ball game, it was going to be madness, and sure enough, it was. They got that first inning run. Eddie Rosario with the home run in the 4th inning. The 3 outs that Matsuk got in the 7th were incredible. Then the final out, this place was just absolutely bouncing up and down here at Truist Park.
Should be some guys coming out toward Jim by now. I think the clubhouse is beginning to clear out.
Yeah, they're coming in the neighborhood.
Okay.
All right. Well, we could just be getting them one by one and hearing from the heroes of tonight's incredible ball game won by the Atlanta Braves, as they have won the National League pennant for the first time since 1999.
I know a lot of the players that come to Atlanta, and they're very familiar with Smoltz and Glavine and Chipper and all the success those teams had for such a long time. I bet they would be stunned to think the Braves hadn't actually been to the World Series in this century.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have realized that, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's happening now. And we're going to get to watch it all unfold. But this was historic. They just took down a 106-win LA Dodger team, a team that tied their franchise record for most wins in a season. And the Braves just won the series in 6 games. The first 2 were walk-offs. Braves took games 1 and 2, both in walk-off fashion right here in Atlanta. We said that they needed to go to L.A. and win one of the 3 ball games at least. They did that. And they come home with an opportunity to take it in Game 6, and they did exactly that. And they did that tonight, winning this ball game by a final score of 4-2.
You know, guys, back in the old days, the Braves teams were thought to be very, or maybe even too businesslike. Yeah, they weren't very emotional. They didn't really show their feelings too much. They certainly celebrated in '95 when they won it all. Nice dog pile and everybody very happy, needless to say. But this team wears its emotions on its sleeve on many days, and the celebrations or the exclamations tonight by A.J. Minter, right, and by Matsuk when they did what they did, I think that does a lot to fire up our fans too. To see how really invested they are in what they're doing, and it's fun to watch. That's another reason why I think our fans just love these guys.
You get to fall in love with personalities.
Yes.
And really pull for these guys when you know what their personalities are and what they're like, and we get to see that. And a big part of that is baseball in 2021 is guys are celebrating their accomplishments and what they get to do on the field, and getting an opportunity to see your guys in the uniform that you pull for do that. Seeing them win and learning about who they are in the process, man, it really just endears you to them, and that lasts a lifetime. People will be talking the rest of their lives about what Eddie Rosario did in this series.
Hey, guys, we have Travis Darnell with us.
Wonderful.
Travis, we're just sitting here having a discussion about how much fun this team has. Maybe some old school throwback people would look at some of the celebrations and some of the things that this team enjoys doing and say, well, I don't like that. But don't you think that was a big part of this team's character and chemistry, the fact that so many guys just have fun and laugh and they don't worry too much about what the norms are?
Yeah, we like to have fun. We all love each other. And we like to show emotion. I mean, it's part of the game now. I mean, everybody's doing it, and I think it's a big part to show emotion. But at the same time, I don't even know what I'm saying. Basically, we love each other and we love having fun, and that's basically it.
Let me ask you about your infield hit. So you cross first base, and then you walk back slowly. The guys are over here. They're chopping like you just hit a 700-foot home run, and you're just looking at them out of the corner of your eye like, what are you guys doing? What were you thinking then?
They were making fun of me for being so slow, to be honest with you. So I was just laughing about it. You know, what can you do? They're right. I'm not the fastest guy, but it was huge to get a hit. And if I didn't get that hit there, then who knows if Eddie would have even came up in the fourth inning. Who knows if he would have got up in the fifth inning. So, I just kept the line moving, and just getting made fun of is funny, especially when you're out in the field.
Got on a couple of times in this game, very key. Obviously, your number one job is to work with the pitching staff. What do you think of Ian Anderson? I'm going to ask you about a couple other pitchers as well.
He did a tremendous job. I mean, he bounced back from his last start. He only went 3 innings last time. You know, gave up that 2-run bomb to Seager. So this time he bounced back. I mean, he went 4 innings, but that was what we needed for this game. You know, it's different now than in the regular season. You know, 4 innings is humongous, especially with how solid our bullpen has been. So he's been great. He was great today. His changeup was great. His fastball was great, and he even had his curveball when he needed it too.
Tyler Matsuk, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen him throw that well, and particularly considering the moment, I mean, it was huge.
It was huge. I mean, last playoffs against the Reds, I think he came in with bases loaded, nobody out, and he struck out the side too. So he's tremendous in those moments. He believes in himself and knows his stuff's good enough to get anybody out.
Well, Chapter 4 for this team after winning the East, winning the NLDS, now winning the NLCS. I know you're still enjoying that. Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but now Chapter 4 is the World Series. What's your outlook?
Taking it pitch at a time, inning at a time, game at a time. Not get too far ahead of ourselves. Not think too far in the future. Just take it one game at a time and try to win every single game we play.
Travis, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Go enjoy it. Travis Darnell, folks. He's a warrior, too. That is a guy that, you know, for him to even make it back with that thumb at all this year, there was a lot of talk that he would never be able to come back and be an effective player in this season. It just wouldn't ever be right, and I'm not sure it is right.
No, it's probably not, Jim, and your description of a warrior is apropos. He caught every inning. He got every inning of this NLCS.
Nobody does that.
No. And it was so important, despite the fact that he wasn't hitting. You know, he got off to a horrible start in the NLCS. He still needed to be in there. It wasn't about his hitting. It was about his catching.
What a job. Incredible. And it's great to hear from him. And, you know, thinking about his injury back in May, just hoping that he'd be back at some point during the season. And sure enough, comes back, and now he's going to be playing in the World Series. Let's go back down to Jim.
I've got Tyler Matsuk right here. I'm standing in his shadow again. Tyler, unbelievable performance out there. You just looked like you were so confident and felt like you just were going to get the job done. Did you really feel that way?
Yeah, it was great to be home in front of these Atlanta Braves fans. After being in LA for those 3 games, you know, having the energy on our side with all these fans was fantastic. And, yeah, it felt great. Felt comfortable. Felt like everybody was on my side, and I just wanted to go out there and do what I had to do to help the team win.
Obviously, you're a huge part of the bullpen. The bullpen was a huge part of this NLCS victory. What are your thoughts on your bullpen mates?
I mean, we got a bunch of studs down there, honestly. We got a guy, everybody loves each other down there. We're all brothers. We all love to hang out with each other. I think that goes a long ways. And, yeah, I think there's a lot of love in that bullpen, and it kind of carries over to the rest of the team. And I really think that's what it takes to get to games like this.
Were you excited that you got a second inning?
I mean, yeah, whatever it takes for the team to win, that's what I'm out there to do. You know, I knew what the plan was. I mean, I figured, hey, I was going to have the 8th inning. Luke had a little traffic go down, and I said, all right, I got this. Let's go in for the 7th, and then I was able to go out there and do my job in the 8th. I knew I had a bunch of good bullpen guys behind me if I needed them, and I just wanted to go on there and help the team win.
Did you hurt anybody when you came into the dugout and started high-fiving your way all the way down the bench?
I mean, I was a little pumped up. I think some guys shook their hands afterwards. I do tend to high-five pretty firm. I go with the right hand, though, so it's okay. It's dead from the nerve ratings are all dead from playing catch and getting balls in the palm all the time, so I don't really feel it all the time. But yeah, it was just I was so excited and so pumped up. I wanted the boys to go out there and keep swinging it, and yeah, it's just it was an electric atmosphere inside that dugout.
How many times have you had a shot at a title at any level of baseball?
Not many. I think it was, probably 10 years ago when I was in high school. It was probably the last chance I had like a championship game or championship series. So I'm excited to go out there, just let it all hang out and go play baseball.
Hey, Jim, I have a question for him.
Joe Simpson has a question for you.
And that is, how much does this mean to him, knowing where he's come from and coming back to the big leagues, starting in indie ball?
It's a great question. Joe wants to know, how much does this mean to you, knowing where you've come from, the trials and tribulations you've had, the going back down to the minor leagues thing, and everything that's gone into your career, which is an amazing one? Does that make this even more special?
I mean, absolutely. 2017, I wasn't playing baseball at all. I was in a really dark spot, depressed. Was thinking about quitting baseball, maybe going back to school, something like that. Wife sat down with me and said, hey, I think you got more to offer the game. And so I said, hey, if she can go through the pain, I'm going to go through the pain too. So let's go. And from that point on, it was full steam ahead. Let's go. This was always the dream, just to get back into Major League Baseball and win a World Series, or even have the chance of doing that. And the dream's coming true right now. Now let's go finish it.
Sounds like you got a great teammate at home too. Congratulations, Tyler. Great performance. Congrats on the National League Championship, and good luck for the next one.
Thank you very much.
Tyler Matsuk. What a performance, guys.
That's a great interview. Yeah, those answers are incredible. His story, his journey, it's unlike what you're used to.
And Jim, as you know, I mean, over the last 2 years, we haven't had much of a chance to get to know these guys.
That's true. That's true.
It's so great to hear from them.
Well, we have the man who's the brain trust, along with his staff. I'm sure he would give credit to a lot of folks, but Alex Anthopoulos has joined us. He's a little wet, but he's pretty happy, I can tell.
It's a great wet. I hope this happens again. This is the most I've gotten wet, and the most it stung and it hurt, and it was great. I had to tap out. I'd been in those before a lot of times, from LA to Toronto to here, and I've never, where I couldn't take it so much I had to walk out of the room. It was overwhelming.
That's fantastic. Well, that's it. What do the guys say? Feel the burn? Isn't that the phrase?
It wasn't even a burn. It was just so cold on my head. It was incredible. So, again, you get sprayed, but I don't know if they made it real cold today. It was World Series style, but it's just incredible. I haven't done this before as a GM, and I'm just so excited for the fan base, the grind and the passion. You see the battery and everything else. We're going to the World Series, and it's an incredible feeling.
I don't know if I've actually seen a better or heard a better atmosphere than what we had here at Truist Park today. I mean, people were here. I went up to on the concourse at one point in the game just to look around, and there was nobody there. There's no lines in the bathroom. There's no lines in concessions. The fans were in their seats, and they weren't going anywhere.
Now, I got to tell you, obviously, I'm Canadian. I'm new to Atlanta. I've been here 4 years. I'm proud to be here, though. I'm proud. I think I watched the first inning or so. I went outside. I was in the offices. I watched from my office, and I just want to see the battery and the reaction and the atmosphere. I was just in awe of it. Seeing things online and so on, and you know that the world gets a chance to watch this as well. We're the only game on TV tonight, and everybody gets to see how passionate and loud, and they get to see the Battery. And the work that the Braves did to build the Battery, when I came in here to interview, it blew me away, and it wasn't what it is today. And I don't know that gets talked about enough. What's been done here, and this was, I wasn't part of it, but this was the whole plan, I believe. They built the stadium, they built the Battery. Hope was we would have a contending team that could get to a World Series, and you see it going on all levels, and it's incredible to see.
What were your thoughts on tonight's game?
You know, I watched some. I followed on my phone on some of the other areas. Incredible game. What Tyler did was unbelievable. What Ian did was unbelievable. Smith, I don't think you can say enough. That's a tough call. Pinch hitting Adrianza, pulling Ian Anderson. We talked about it before the game that we had a chance. We were going to go for it. We had 2 innings out of Minter available, 2 innings out of Tyler available. We were going to take a shot for that win. And it's a tough call as a manager to make that call. And it was that changed the entire game for us.
Eddie Rosario, I just got to ask you about him before I let you go.
Man, I can't, he told me in the club, I said, I'm the best trade you ever made. And I said, Josh Donaldson's got something to say about that because he won the MVP. But I'll say this, that guy absolutely got us to the World Series. There's no doubt about it. So, if we would have known that, I joked about it, we would have signed him in the offseason. But he's incredible. He deserves all the credit for it. And, you hope that when you go out and get players, they end up doing things like this and they perform on the big stage. And I'm thrilled for him, his family, and so on.
You and I have been meeting on this field once a week for 3 weeks. How about 4 weeks?
Oh, man, it'd be unbelievable. It's 10 years as a GM. I've been in baseball since 2000, so long time. And there's moments where you don't think you're going to get to the playoffs. And then you get to the playoffs and you think, I'm never going to get to the World Series as a GM. And then to finally get there, and so many great teams, and the LA Dodgers, and they're so good and they're so well run. And to beat them and to get there is just incredible.
Congratulations, and I hope you find a towel.
Yes, I totally agree. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Alex Anthopoulos, a very happy man, and you can understand why. He should be very proud. If he's not Executive of the Year, then the ballots need to be recounted.
Yes. As the guy told me, bears repeating from a friend from the NL East who said, if it were permissible to vote for Alex Anthopoulos for the MVP, he would vote for him.
Great point.
He puts this thing together, and like you said, you just never know if it's going to work out, and how it does. Man, Executive of the Year, I think that's the biggest slam dunk I can think of, award-wise.
Yeah.
I don't even know who comes close to what he pulled off this season. We were talking before the game. We had some questions sent to us, Jim, about who would you think of first? If the Braves win tonight, who's the first person you'll think of about this team going to the World Series? And we all had our own versions of it, and mine involved everybody here, all of us that you've been here a long time, have not been to the World Series. This is a thrill. J-Chad, Ben, they were both up here bawling their eyes out. I had to take over again. But from a player's standpoint, we're all just discussing this, and Freddie's name came up, of course, for everybody because 12 years waiting for this opportunity. It's got to be a big thing for him.
Hey, we've got the great Max Fried here with us.
Great.
Max, congratulations. I'm sure you haven't experienced anything quite like this before. What's it like for you?
It's crazy. I don't think it's truly sunk in yet. I'm sure it will over the next couple of days, but couldn't be happier to do this with this group of guys, and it's just actually an absolute wild night.
I know the ultimate title is the World Series title, and we'll worry about that after everybody wakes up if they do tomorrow. But how many? The National League title is still a big title, obviously, and you guys celebrated like it, and we could see from your emotions how much it meant to everybody. How many titles have you had a chance to win in your lifetime at any level? It's not easy to win a title no matter where you're playing.
No, it's not. And now that I think about it, I think that the last one was Rome, 2016, and
that was a special team.
And that was a really, really, really awesome team. A couple guys that are on this team right now. So to be able to be in this position, it's it's obviously an honor, and we're really excited, and we can't wait to get started.
I'm sure you're the only kid that never dreamed of pitching in the World Series, right?
I think a lot of people had that. A lot of people had that dream.
You excited about it, though?
Yeah, I can't wait. It's a dream come true, and
now that it's here, just got to make the most of it. Yeah, you can't really just relax and celebrate the National League Championship Series, as big a deal as this is, because you only get maybe one shot in a lifetime to win a World Series.
Exactly. So we're really excited. We're ready to go. Obviously, that group over there has been to a couple and won one. So the moment's not going to be too big for them, and we're going to be ready to go out there and give them our best.
Max, congratulations. Keep up the good work, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully, we're talking to you again in a week. Look forward to it.
That young man is going to be starting in the World Series.
Can you imagine what that would feel like?
Oh, my goodness. I don't know how they sleep tonight, Jim, just knowing, number one, what they just accomplished and knowing what they're going to be doing next. On the field, in the World Series, playing for a world championship. I can't even begin to understand what that might feel like.
And one of you guys, I don't know which one, said something about how if the Braves win this, it must have been you, Ben, if they finish this off, their pitching is set up really well. For
But you win tonight, then you're set up. I mean, that's what we said going in.
Yeah, I mean, today's Saturday, and you don't play again until Tuesday. You set it up any way you want.
And so the Astros and the Braves will both be able to set up what they want. And I think from the Braves' perspective, never mind what Houston's going to do, you know that you feel good about your guys. And you can set up however you want. And I know this... I can't wait for how special it's going to be to see father and son coaching against each other in the World Series. Brian Snitker's son is the hitting coach for the Astros, and of course Snit the manager. And it's just so many stories that we're going to see develop over the course of the World Series as we get there on Tuesday.
Jim, you got somebody?
Want to chat with us? Mr. Derek Schiller has joined us, president and CEO of the team, and he seems like he's in a really bad mood, so we'll keep this short.
Yeah, horrible mood right now. No fun at all whatsoever after watching that one. Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
I've been with you watching baseball games before, and I know you get a little emotional. You'd have some highs and some lows. What were you like during the game tonight?
Well, I've been in the sport for about 20 years, and I don't think that there's been... During that 20-year period, I don't think there's been any point in time of any postseason that compares with this year. And part of it is you want so bad for this team to succeed. You know, I think all our fans are wanting that, right? They want it because they love this team. It's a very likable team. It's a team that they want to cheer for. They want to see do well. And so you hang on the edge of every single pitch. And when you do that over the course of multiple games for 4 hours, these games last a little bit longer than a regular season. It's a lot, but man, I like being on this side of it. I'd hate to be in their clubhouse. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I'm sure that'd be a totally different atmosphere as you trying to pack up to get on your plane. I've got some bad news for you, which is I took a little tour of the concourse at one point during the game, and I realized that there were no lines in the bathroom, the concession stands, the souvenir stands. Everybody was in their seat the entire game. I mean, it was incredible, really.
Yeah, actually, I saw that same thing. And I'm not sure I've ever seen that here. It just shows you, again, how everybody was hanging on every single pitch. We had 43,000 people in this ballpark tonight. And they got what they came for. And I'm really, really happy for them. I hope if you weren't in the ballpark, I hope you were listening to us. And you were celebrating just like as if you were in the ballpark. It's unbelievable the atmosphere that was here with us tonight. And it started multiple hours before the game. Like out in the Battery, we thought we had like 40,000, 50,000 people in the Battery leading up to the first pitch. And you know, there was 1,000, 2,000 chairs set up there for people that couldn't get tickets just to be able to hang out there and feel close and connected to this. So, you know, it's a lot of evidence. You put all this together. This whole community is energized by what's happened with the Braves, and it feels a lot like probably the early 1990s when, you know, you had some of those great teams doing it back then. But, man, it's back, and we're proud to be doing it.
I got to ask you about Alex Anthopoulos. I mean, the moves he made before the trading deadline, obviously we're not having this conversation, and you're much drier than you are right now. If Alex... I mean, I'm just amazed as I look back now at what I thought of the moves at the time and what happened down the stretch.
So obviously I've gotten to work with Alex for the past few years here, and he's just, first of all, he's a really good guy, you know, a fun guy to be around, but he works his tail off. You know, if I'm on a different time zone or sending him a text or an email that happens to be in the middle of the night, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, he's getting back to you in 15 minutes. That's just, I mean, I don't think the guy sleeps, you know, and he knows more about like the intricacies of this game and how to put the different chess pieces to work. You know, this game has gotten even more complex since I first started, you know, 20 years ago. You know, the analytics is certainly one part about it, but there's also a psychological component about how you make different moves at different times and line people up, how you talk to people about the types of things that you want to do. And, you know, so he's got not only the analysis part of this and the judgment, but he also has just a demeanor and an ability to work with people that's unlike anything I've seen out of any other general manager. And that's all due respect to the many general managers that I've worked for before.
So put on your prognostication hat and think about the Houston Astros and what's ahead in the World Series. Are you allowed to think about it and talk about it yet?
Well, look, you know, we're the last two teams standing, so that gives us a pretty good shot right there alone. And I like the way this team has come through in very difficult times. And you know, we're as our little statement, our marketing slogan has stated, we're battle tested. So we are ready for the battle and can't wait to get it started. So, Houston, here we come.
We won't have to wait long. I can't wait either. Congratulations, Derek.
Thank you very much, Jim. Appreciate you being part of it.
I appreciate it, too. Enjoy. Mr. Morton, how are you? Charlie Morton is here, guys. How was that for a locker room celebration on compared to other ones you've had in your time? Can you compare locker room celebrations at all?
No, I mean, they're all great. You know, I mean, I've yet to be around one that's where the guys aren't great, excited. Last year was a little weird because we weren't allowed to do the champagne or the beer, so we had to do the confetti popper things. But no, I mean, this is, it doesn't get old. I don't think it can get old. That just the feeling of being in that room with the guys when, you know, something like this happens.
Fellas, his lip curled up a little bit when he talked about the confetti popper things, just so you know. So what are your thoughts about facing Houston? I mean, this is a team that, you know, I'm sure you've got some emotions about and history.
Yeah, I mean, I pitched against them in the postseason in 19. I pitched against them in the postseason last year. They're great. You know, their lineup is great. They got some really exciting young pitching. Obviously, they're doing a phenomenal job. So, I mean, you make it to the World Series, like, you're going to play a great team. If you make it to the postseason, you're going to play a great team. So, we're just going to have to come in and, you know, I'm sure we're going to have a couple games in them. We're going to have to duke it out, and I think the guys are excited about it.
Do you feel like the pitching staff has kind of peaked at just the right time for this?
I don't know. You know, we had some guys this postseason that threw in pretty much every game. You know, I mean, Matsuk and Luke, they were taking the ball every game. Will threw a lot, you know. So, I mean, I think we're in a good spot. But as far as peaking, you know, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't know if we're peaking. I just think, you know, you're seeing what the guys are made of. You know, I mean, there's only one thing to do, and that's to go out there and give it what you got. And the guys are doing that. And I mean, tonight, what Matsuk did tonight was just, I mean, this is whole postseason, but just tonight, I'm so happy for him. You know, Eddie, I mean, can't say enough about the postseason he's having. Just all the guys, like I said this, you know, in this last interview, it's like there's so many guys that they've just, you know, they picked up on somebody else, you know, Ari Adrianza coming in. that base hit, that pinch hit. I mean, that was huge. I mean, the guy's been coming in, grinding every single at bat, and he gets in that situation as a just huge. Smiley in LA, coming in, just picking the team up. Just guys, just big moments, small moments, but just it's just all part of what we got going on here is special.
You love this team, don't you?
I do. I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky that that the stars aligned. This past off season, and here I find myself on a phenomenal team with some great people and a great organization. Alex has done a great job. Snit's done a great job. And I mean, you can't say enough about him.
Charlie Morton's done a great job too. Congratulations. Enjoy it, and good luck in the next round.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Charlie Morton, our guest, guys.
Good to be here. I know we're going to hear from Snit in just a little while, so...
He's making his way over, but a pretty girl just got him to stop. So it may be a while.
Maybe a minute.
Hey, who can complain?
No, he deserves it. Have all the interviews and visits that he can get. Here comes Snit right now.
And Snit will change horses, and because Snit's tied up now.
He's been famous.
Yes. And we'll switch over. Congratulations. Unbelievable. Tell us about what you feel about this team and this night.
It's incredible. From where I started in the beginning of the year in Gwinnett to watching the team battle, keep their heads above water, and then being able to come up and help out in any way I possibly could, just to give the other guys a little bit of break from, for their time this time of the year when it comes to time for them to go, 3-4 days in a row, so to speak. So with the group that I was watching in Gwinnett and the way they embraced me when I came up, they just kind of open arms. It was incredible. You don't really see that too often, but with this group, it's very special.
How are you feeling physically at this point?
For being an old man, I feel good. I got a new elbow a couple years ago. It feels great now. Starting to get back into where I was before. And I'm just looking forward to see what this runs. I feel great physically, mentally, is in a good place. And how can you not with this group of people around us?
How excited do you get that they're putting you in these high leverage situations at times?
It's incredible. For not starting the year here to come in and earn the trust of Snit and Cranny, it's amazing. I can't say anything but gratitude for what they've given me and the leash they've given me.
Well, you've given plenty back, Jesse. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Chavez, our guest.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. And
way to go, man.
It'll be there in a little while. I think about Jesse. He comes up and gets that start. And there was a day in Cincinnati where we had no idea who the starter was going to be for the Braves. And we discovered it's going to be Jesse Chavez, and we're thinking, oh, my goodness, where did this come from? And here he is getting outs in the postseason for Atlanta. Set back down to Jim.
Yeah, I was trying to shake hands with Eddie Perez, and he just put his cigar out in my palm. That's a great way to start an interview.
Right.
Eduardo, congratulations, man. You've been with the Braves a long time. You bridged the gap from one generation to another even. What are your thoughts about this particular group?
Unbelievable, man. It's just, I won so many years here, but it's nothing like this year. Because you know what? I saw those kids growing up. I saw those kids going through bad times and good times, and they deserve to have something like that. Ian Anderson, Albie, even Acuna that he was celebrating. I think they deserve something like that because we struggled the whole year. That was struggling. I never thought we were going to make it the first 3 months, tell you the truth, but here we are. I think Alex did a great job, and we never went crazy. We just keep calm and look where we are. We're a national champion, and we need 4 more games to go.
4 more games to go, exactly right. What are your thoughts on Ronald Acuna? I'm sure you've talked to him. I was wondering about him a lot today. I saw him in the dugout, and I'm thinking how disappointed you're already disappointed that you're hurt, but then you get hurt in this year. How's he taking it?
You know what? I'm very surprised that he's here. He want to be part of this, and I told him enjoy this because you're going to be in a lot of those. So enjoy this moment and get used to it because you're going to be in a lot of those. And I feel bad not to have him on the field playing, but you know what? is with us, and he's always care about the whole team, and he's taking it okay, but he's getting ready for next year.
So what are your thoughts about the World Series? Have you thought about Houston at all?
Yes, I am now. We just want to celebrate right now, and get back tomorrow and see the other team. And it's nice to see two sneakers going to the World Series. I'm so happy and so proud of those two guys, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be the best two team, and hopefully we win a World Series.
You like your chances?
I love our chances, man. I'm telling you. All those years that 95 we won, I thought, well, we're not gonna make it, but I'm very sure we're gonna make it with this team we have, and we're gonna be okay.
You've been a big part of this organization for a long time. Congratulations, Eddie. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everybody.
Eddie Perez, our guest.
Love getting to hear from Eddie.
Yeah. He talked about bridging the generations from the 90s to now. He knows where everything comes from and how it got there.
No doubt. And where the bodies are buried.
Yeah, right. I saw Rafi Fakal today. He was at the ballpark, saw him before the game. He was here with his son, Rafael Jr., who's a ball player in his own right. So a lot of former Braves here enjoying this one, too, guys who have been to this spot before.
Yeah, one that I know former Braves are celebrating just as much as anybody else was watching this ball game tonight. All right, let's go back down to Jim Listenin.
I like being able to see you now. This is good. Yeah, it's awesome.
We do it once a week. It's kind of our thing now.
I know. It's good.
It's a good thing. First of all, congratulations. I mean, the job you've done, and this is not me blowing smoke as you're standing here. I'd say the same things when you're not standing here. The job you've done, especially in the postseason, but really from the second half of the season on, has been incredible. You've really been challenged, and you've come up big. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. That means the world to me, because I know you've been through these wars too. But it's been great. This is so rewarding right now. I always wonder what it'd feel like. I sat on my chair at home and wonder. It's like, God, I was always kind of like the bridesmaid, And I sat there last night watching the Astros, and I followed Troy, and it's like, God, I'd love to get on that stage, I'm so proud of our guys, our organization, everybody. I say it takes a big village to make something like this happen, and it's, the players, I'm so proud of them, how they hung in there, what they've done, so it's very gratifying. This has been a special year.
Gratifying for you, gratifying for the players and the staff. How about the families? I want to ask you a little offbeat question. I was thinking about it during the game today. What would it be like for the families if you guys come through, win a World Series, or even just win the National League Championship Series?
I know. It's big, because you know what? We include them now. I mean, Alex came in, and how you doing, pal? Good to see you. All right. Thank you. And we bring them all with us. They get to experience it, which I think is an unbelievable thing, because you're never guaranteed this. This is hard to get here. This is hard to get to the World Series. I mean, I know we did it a few times back in the day, but I was never a part of it other than in the stands. I didn't realize how hard. I told John Churros, we won 4 of these in a row, the divisions, and I said, it's so hard to win one. And now we've done 4, and what they did back, in the day is amazing to me.
Puts it in some context, doesn't it?
Oh my God, it really does, because it is so hard to do this.
Hey, Jim.
And, I hope everybody sits back at least for a day. We'll have a day maybe to regroup, and then it'll be, whatever. It's good. I'm glad. I'm glad I got to go figure out things, and, we'll have a lot of meetings and stuff like that in a short period of time, but this is awesome. I'd much rather be doing this than anything else.
Hey, Jim, I have a question.
Joe Simpson's got a question for you.
And that is, did he think early in spring training that this team had a chance to get to this position?
Did you think early in spring training that this team had any chance to get in this position?
Yeah, you know what, I did. We lost a lot of the guys that we had in spring training. But going in, I was hoping we'd have Soroka, another year with Ian Anderson, Max, Charlie, Ozuna, Acuna. I did. I thought we had a chance of being a really, really good club. That's another part that makes it so gratifying is I think, I look back today, we lost Travis Darno for 100 games. And I told him today after, I was just like, man, the trust that the guys have in him and what he brings. You know, we lost 3 of the 4 silver sluggers that we had. And I don't want to. Everybody loses people. You know, injuries are part. You look at that ticker every day this year, and somebody else is going down. And we had significant guys go down. And if you'd asked me this, would I be 1st of June? You'd ask me if I'd be standing here right now. I'd probably tell you you're nuts. Quite honestly, I mean, if I was going to be realistic, you know, we had 3 line changes in our outfield. But how these guys hung in there and allowed themselves to do this is the thing that I admire the most about all these players.
Well, you were right about the team, and you're also right again about a great move you made during the game today. Bottom of the 4th inning, there's nobody on, a couple men out. Darno draws a walk. It's going to bring Ian Anderson up. I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is good. You can clear the pitcher spot, get a fresh lineup for the next inning. Next thing I know, you're going to your bench. And I saw Jorge Soler wandering around, and I saw Adrianza, and you tapped Adrianza. Why did you think you could somehow manufacture a rally out of that situation?
You know, I talked to Ian, and he had just had a really strenuous end of the 4th. He had a rough go the last time out. And I'm like, you know, and I told Walt, I said, if we can keep this line moving and get Eddie up there in this inning, a huge bat by AD to get Eddie up there. You know, because I'm like, I don't know if we'll have another chance, quite honestly, to do this, you know. So it worked. You know, I felt like, into the bullpen, we had all them guys had 2 days off, so we had a fresh bullpen. You know, and credit to them, like Minter going 2 innings and Matsuk coming out and doing. I think the biggest thing with Matsuk was he went down, he struck the side out, getting us out of that trouble right there. But then to go back out and do what he did after he expended all that energy blows me away even more, quite honestly. I worry about a guy going back out in that situation and maybe having a 4-pitch walk to the leadoff guy, and then it's like, oh God, now where do we go? But he's been, like I say, he was deserving as well of an NLCS MVP also.
They could have walked the batter and gotten to Matsuk in that half inning, right? And tried to. They could have walked the batter and then gotten to make the Matsuk spot come up in the batting order in that inning.
I was going to hit him. He was going to hit. I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, you know what? I know it's a 2-run lead. We got Soler sitting there, but he can really hit too. And then if that would have happened, we would see how that would have turned out. But I just really didn't want to lose him for that next inning, so I was going to let him hit.
Good for you. Congratulations. That's a great move. Obviously, Matsuk was awesome, and so was Minter. And then Will Smith got the job done in the 9th, as he's been doing for quite a while.
Will's been awesome. He's been just spectacular, I'll tell you. I can't say. Our whole bullpen. The bullpen guys have been unbelievable. How they just, like I say, all they do is wait for that phone to ring and then get ready and pitch. And they all, every one of them, come by my office every day and said, I'm good to go no matter how. I said they all got saddle cinch burns on their sides because I ride them so hard. So I'm glad they got 2 days off now before we start this thing up again.
Well, congratulations again. Enjoy the NLCS championship. One more to go, my friend. You don't get many chances to win a World Series, do you?
No, you don't. Yeah, I mean, and believe me, I appreciate every second of this. So I appreciate it. Again, it's always good to see you, my friend.
It's great to see you, Snit.
All right, buddy.
We'll see you again soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care.
How you doing, man?
Brian Snitker, happy man. As you would imagine, they're all happy.
Absolutely.
I got to quit saying that.
It's a great night. By the way, got to pause 10 seconds right now for station identification. You're listening to the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
We'll bring you every pitch of the National League Championship Series on WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
And so great to hear from Snit and talking about what's coming up next. And his answer to your question, Joe, about thinking back on spring training, that's where this all started. And knowing at the time he had a shot and this team could be this good, and here they are. They fulfilled all that.
Yeah, and he started ripping off some names I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
Who was expected to be part of the lineup, let alone the rotation, and hoping to get Soroka back. So there was certainly room for optimism.
I love the way he put it because it puts it in perfect context. We went through 3 lines in the outfield.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you keep going? I mean, guys like Heredia coming up. I mean, they had some people that stepped up, some for short periods and some for longer periods, but they really
they got by for a while and just didn't get buried, and that was the key.
Yeah, treaded water for a while.
Think about, the Braves, I'm not going to say they won the division going away, but they had a comfortable lead, and you think about how some of the games early in the year with Kung Fu Panda, hitting those pinch hit homers to win ball games. Inoa.
Cunha had a big walk-off.
Inoa hitting a couple of homers, but starting off 4-0.
Right.
My goodness, there's a lot of names that can be added to this Stanley Cup trophy.
Yeah, that's right.
Big parts of it.
That is exactly right. Oh, this is a celebration we hope to do one more time. There's only one celebration left. There's one of two teams is getting it.
Can't wait to get to Houston.
Absolutely cannot wait. And this has been an absolute blast. And, Jim, unless you think you have anybody else closing in on you down there, this is, we can wrap this up here.
I think we'll be going to wives and grandchildren.
Yeah. Great job down there. We appreciate your help.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It was a lot of fun being with this many happy people. It's hard to replicate that.
Well, and as you said earlier, it's so cool that the players go back in and celebrate. I remember days where we went in there to do those interviews, and we got soaked.
We did, and the interviews were much shorter.
Yeah.
And not nearly as good.
No. So, well done.
I'm going to say this one more time, Jim, because we've said that each of the last few times. Let's do this again next week.
Yes. Put it on the docket.
Let's do it.
Sounds like a winner.
One more celebration. Well, we know that Kevin McAlpin will be taking over from here, but this has been such an incredible night, very memorable night. And on to the World Series for the Atlanta Braves in 2021. How's that sound?
Congratulations to all of us.
Yeah, this is going to be amazing. It already has been and will continue to be. Well, that'll wrap things up for us. We're going to send it over to Kevin. He's going to take you back through the highlights of the ball game and wrap things up here on the Braves Radio Network. Once again, congratulations to the Atlanta Braves. They are 2021 National League champions, and they will advance to the World Series to take on the Houston Astros. For Jim Powell, for Joe Simpson, for our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good night from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. The Braves have won the pennant. Kevin, it's all yours.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. The party continues here in the Battery, Atlanta, as the Braves are off to the World Series. Game 1 coming up on Tuesday, and we're going to have a full recap of anything you may have missed here tonight in Game 6 from Truist Park, coming up right here on the Hyundai postgame show. We'll also bring you inside the press conference room to hear from Brian Snitker, Freddie Freeman, and others, and we'll get you set for Game 1. That's coming up on Tuesday night right here on the Braves Radio Network. But, folks, want to remind you, when the Braves score, you score at Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. All season long, when the Braves score 5 or more runs in a game, you will score a discount. Well, tonight, Braves took down the Dodgers 4-2, so no discount. But you know what? The Braves are going to the World Series, so I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. But if the Braves can score 5 or more in Game 1 on Tuesday night against the Astros, you'll get that much off a full-service oil change Wednesday only at Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. We'll step aside for a quick break. We'll take you back through the highlights right after this on the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Omni Atlanta Hotel at CNN Center invites you to take life off pause and rediscover fun again. Just steps from both Mercedes-Benz Stadium and State Farm Arena, there's no better hotel for sports fans. No ticket? No problem. Catch the game and best views of the city from the rooftop terrace at Top Draft Sports Lounge. The playlist is endless at Omni Atlanta Hotel at CNN Center. Enjoy special savings on your next stay when you book at omnihotels.com/Atlanta.
There's so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants, I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm gonna try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italian bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
Mondays, the wart of weekdays. Am I right? Well, that's about to change, my friend, because Powerball has a new third drawing, and it's on Mondays. So step aside Sunday Funday and Taco Tuesday, because Mondays are now Moolah Mondays, Mealy Mondays. Who cares what you call it, because you're rich Mondays. Play the new third Powerball drawing now on Mondays from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Braves fans, Cleanwell Cleaning Services has teamed up with the Atlanta Braves as an official partner. Cleanwell Services is the best cleaning solution for the Atlanta Braves in your business. If you have an office building, restaurant, or event venue, you need to get in touch with Cleanwell today. Let our pros focus on your cleaning needs, ensuring your business is clean, safe, and comfortable. Learn more at cleanwellsafe.com. That's cleanwellsafe.com. Remember, it's not clean unless it's Cleanwell Clean.
Sonder Health Plans, a Medicare Advantage plan servicing the 4 Atlanta counties, Fulton, DeKalb, Cobb, and Gwinnett. Sonder Health Plans offer chronic needs plans for people with diabetes and cardiovascular issues. People with disabilities also qualify to join the plan. Sonder offers 0 monthly premium as well as a drug plan at no cost. Give them a call at 888-449-1137. That's 888-449-1137 or visit them at sonderhealthplans.com/baseball for more information.
Outdoor concrete projects are quick and easy with Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag. Whether you need to set a fence post, mailbox post, or deck footing, or even pour a backyard patio, Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag makes it simple. To set a post, there's no mixing. Just pour the dry mix into the hole and add water. It sets hard in about 20 minutes and you're done. It's that fast and easy. Quikrete fast-setting concrete. Look for it in the red bag.
Truist Park is the perfect location for your next corporate meeting, company event, or holiday party. Learn more at Braves.com/meetings. Atlanta Braves A-list season ticket memberships for the 2022 season are now on sale. Learn about great perks like A-list play day on the field at Braves.com/A-list. The Hyundai postgame show is on now, bringing you the latest from the clubhouse. Following Braves playoff baseball, only on the Braves Radio Network.
We continue with you here on the Hyundai postgame show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Kevin McAlpin here with you. Braves over the Dodgers 4-2 as Atlanta is headed back to the Fall Classic for the first time since 1999. And we're going to take you back through the highlights from tonight's victory in just a couple of moments. But folks, I want to remind you, when you test drive a new Hyundai, you'll find out that not only does Hyundai have your back, Hyundai is also looking out for your pocketbook as well. See your local dealer today and discover why the longer you look at a new Hyundai, the more there is to like. Well, there's lots to like about what went on here tonight at Truist Park, and let's take you back through all the highlights in case you missed any of the action from along the way. Ian Anderson, Walker Buehler with the Braves having a 3-2 series lead in this best-of-7 NLCS, and it was a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Ian Anderson as he got Mookie Betts to fly out and a couple of, a ground out from Corey Seager, and then Trey Turner went down on strikes. So the Braves will come to bat in the bottom of the first, looking to get something going early as Ozzie Albies would reach with a 2-out double. So the Braves had a runner in scoring position for Austin Riley.
3 balls, 2 strikes, pitch on the way. He stings one to left field, going over Pollock, and that's over his head, and one hops over the wall. A ground rule double by Austin Riley, and it's 1-0 Atlanta here in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, that was a big one for Austin Riley. He snaps an 0 for 13 along the way. It's a ground rule RBI double, his 4th RBI of the championship series, and the Braves take a 1-0 lead into the second inning. Meanwhile, for Ian Anderson, another 1-2-3 inning in the second. He would also work around a leadoff double from A.J. Pollock with a scoreless third inning. So we'll move along now to the top half of the fourth as Corey Seager flew out to right field to start the inning. Trey Turner followed with a 1-out walk. Then Will Smith followed with a single as Chris Taylor would then go down on strikes for out number 2. So the Dodgers had 2 on and 2 gone, and the only thing standing between Ian Anderson and the scoreless fourth was Cody Bellinger.
1-2. The pitch on the way. Ground ball left side through the hole, a base hit. Rounding third, coming to Trey Turner. He will score. First to third for Will Smith, and just the softest of singles rolled to the left side to beat the ship. Ties the game here at the top of the 4th inning.
For Bellinger, a tough regular season, but his 4th RBI of the championship series, and we start all over. It's now a 1-1 ball game into the bottom of the 4th. Jock Peterson started out the inning with a strikeout. Dansby Swanson would follow with a fly out to center, so quickly 2 up and 2 down. However, Travis d'Arnaud would draw a 2-out walk. That would keep the inning alive as Brian Snitker had the quick hook there on Ian Anderson as he would go to the pinch hitter, Ade Adrianza, who would double to the right field corner. So the Braves had 2
scoring position with 2 down for the hottest hitter in baseball, Eddie Rosario.
1-2 pitch on the way. Driven to right field, out there towards the corner. That is a fair ball home run! A 3-run homer by Eddie Rosario. He just electrified this crowd. And the Braves have a 4-1 lead. The whole dugout's out to greet him. Who is Eddie Rosario and where the hell did he come from?
He came from Cleveland, Joe. That's where he came from. It's a 4-1 lead for the Braves on a 3-run shot from Eddie Rosario. His 3rd homer of the championship series. Braves grabbed themselves a 4-1 lead in the 4th. To the 5th we go as A.J. Minter was the first man out of the Braves bullpen, and he would work a 1-2-3 5th with a couple of strikeouts to Albert Pujols and Mookie Betts. Then in the 6th, Minter still in there with 2 more strikeouts to Seager and Will Smith. For Minter, 2 scoreless, no hits, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Braves still have a 4-1 lead into the bottom of the 6th as Alex Vesia was on, and he would walk 3 consecutive batters with 2 outs in the inning. However, Austin Riley went down on strikes for the final out. Braves come up empty as they leave the bases loaded. So we'll advance now into the 7th inning as it was Luke Jackson time for the Braves, and Jackson facing 5, 6, and 7 in the Dodgers order as Chris Taylor started things off with a double down the left field line. Cody Bellinger would follow with a walk, so quickly 2 on and nobody out. Luke Jackson in all kind of trouble with A.J. Pollock climbing in.
There's the 1-2 to Pollock. Line down the left field line. That is a fair ball down the line. In to score is Taylor. Right behind him is Bellinger. Now he gets a stop sign. Stops at 3rd. It's an RBI double for A.J. Pollock. And now the tying runs at second base with no one out here in the 7th.
For Pollock, his 7th RBI of the championship series and his 3rd double. And just like that, the Dodgers get a run right back. It's a 4-2 ball game. Snit had seen enough of Luke Jackson as he would call upon the lefty Tyler Matsuk, who has been so reliable for the Braves all season, including the postseason as well. And Matsuk, well, he put together quite a masterpiece to get the Braves out of trouble there in the 7th.
Here's the 1-2. Strike 3. Got it with a slider. There's 1. 1-2. Got him looking, strike 3. And a baby. 2 down here in the 7th, and now they got to go through Betts. Pitch on the way. Got him swinging, strike 3. Unbelievable. Magic, all sorts of fired up as he walks off the field. And he limits the damage to just a 1 run. 3 huge strikeouts.
Well, Matsuk keeps on doing it here in the postseason as the Dodgers had the first 3 batters reach there in that 7th. They have to settle for just 1 run as Matsuk punches out the side. Matsuk back out to work for the 8th inning as well as he would punch out Corey Seager and get a couple of groundouts to 3rd from Trey Turner and Will Smith. So we go along now to the bottom half of the 8th as the Braves would get Jorge Soler to lead things off with a double down the left field line. 2 batters later, the Dodgers would opt to intentionally walk Freddie Freeman, so the Braves have 2 on and 1 out. Unfortunately, Ozzie Albies and Austin Riley both go down on strikes, and that sends this to the 9th with the Braves clinging to a 4-2 lead and Will Smith entering, trying to record the final 3 outs. Smith facing Taylor, Bellinger, and Pollock in the Dodger order as he would freeze Chris Taylor for out number 1. Then after Cody Bellinger went down on strikes for out number 2, the only thing standing between the Braves and popping corks here tonight was A.J. Pollock.
1 ball and no strikes. Pitch on the way. There's a shot to Dansby. He slides to it. He's got it. Throws over. There is a new champion of the National League, and it is the Atlanta Braves. They have won the 2021 National League pennant, and the Atlanta Braves are going to the World Series. They are celebrating on the field. They have dethroned the 106-win Dodgers, and for the first time since 1999, the Atlanta Braves are going to the Fall Classic. Let's go to Houston, Texas, Joe Simpson.
Yes, sir, Bob Dixie. Houston, you have a problem. The Braves are coming. Good play by Dansby to the dirt, got up, threw the ball, and then launched his glove. There's gloves, leather laying everywhere out there on the diamond.
For the Braves, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 12 runners on. For the Dodgers, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They stranded 5. Tyler Matsuk, 2 solid innings worth of relief here tonight. No hits, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He picks up the win. He's 1-0 in the championship series. Walker Buehler suffers the loss as he falls to 0-1, while Will Smith picks up the save. Time of game, 3 hours, 32 minutes in front of the 3rd largest crowd in ballpark history. 43,060 here tonight. Going home happy. Well, let's be honest, no one's going home anytime soon. The party continues here in the Battery. Going home happy on a Saturday night from Truist Park right here in Atlanta. Folks, at Racetrack, we understand the importance of good food, cold drinks, and a great game like the one that just wrapped up here a short time ago. Stop by select Atlanta area locations for your favorite snacks, Swirl World frozen treats, and $1 fountain drinks. Head to Racetrack for whatever gets you going. Well, we'll step aside for a quick break. When we return, we'll take you in the media room to hear from Freddie Freeman. We'll also check in with Eddie Rosario as well. That's coming up next, right here on the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
With more total IIHS Top Safety Awards than any other brand to date over the past 5 years, and an impressive lineup of available premium features. Going, home run. Hyundai just keeps hitting it out of the park. Lease the 2022 Tucson for only $229 a month. Hurry in. New vehicles arriving daily. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end 11/1/2021. Call 813-867-0006 for details.
At Napa, we keep things moving. If it has wheels and an engine, we help keep it on the road. And if it's on the road, we have parts for it. And if you need a part fast, we have same-day pickup. At Napa, when we're not thinking about cars, we're thinking about the people who drive them. Because when it comes to serving you and our community, our motor never quits. That's Napa Know-How, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Same-day pickup available at participating stores and on in-stock items only.
There used to be one kind of calculator, one that added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided. Now, on the Home Depot app, we have project calculators for everything. Tile calculators, countertop calculators, moving calculators, mulch calculators, air conditioning calculators, wallpaper calculators, grass seed calculators, installation calculators, decking calculators, paint calculators, drywall calculators, and fencing calculators to take the guesswork out of your home improvement projects. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
COVID-19 may have thrown the world for a curveball, but Wellstar Health System still knocks safe, expert healthcare out of the park. No matter how major or minor your health concerns may be, our all-star team ensures you get the care you need safely. As we enter the home stretch of the COVID-19 pandemic, our health experts will continue to go to bat for you. That's because at Wellstar, we know hope and healing make for a big win. Wellstar, more than healthcare, people care. Visit wellstar.org/safecare.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people. It takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Attention plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR technicians in Atlanta. If you're not making $44 an hour total package, this message is for you. The United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72 has immediate opportunities in the Atlanta area. Top-level pay, excellent benefits and retirement, and safe working conditions. Contractors are hiring right now. If your employer's not paying for your insurance and benefits, or if you're not making what you're worth, we want to talk to you. Visit ua72.org/join us or call 404-373-5778 today.
Omni Atlanta Hotel at CNN Center invites you to rediscover fun again during baseball and football season. Enjoy special savings on your next stay when you book at omnihotels.com/Atlanta.
If you missed any of tonight's playoff action, the Braves Radio Network has you covered. This is the Hyundai Postgame Show, recapping the National League Championship Series on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Well, we're not going to be recapping the NLCS much longer. It's in the rearview mirror. Braves are on to the World Series, a 4-2 victory tonight for the Braves over the Dodgers here in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. And we're glad to have you sticking around with us here on the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Braves Radio Radio Network. Lots more to get to over the course of our show, and in just a moment, we're going to hear from both Freddie Freeman and the NLCS MVP, Eddie Rosario, who spoke to the media just a couple of moments ago. But folks, before we do, I want to remind you, Ken Nugent and the Atlanta Braves are teaming up to give back to Georgia's first responders. Ken is donating $500 per series to an ambulance driver, firefighter, paramedic, or EMT. To nominate a local hero, go to attorneyKenNugent.com to enter. Winners are announced after each series and each Monday during the Tom Glavine Show on 680 The Fan. And there's 7 winners each series from Albany, Atlanta, Augusta, Columbus, Macon, and Savannah. So get those entries in now at attorneyKenNugent.com. Well, Freddie Freeman is headed to the World Series for the first time in his career. We heard some guys after a couple of games earlier in the NLCS talk about how meaningful that would be to get Freddie to the World Series. And, of course, his buddy Eddie Rosario, big part of why, a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 4th, part of a night where Eddie was on base 3 times. Oh, by the way, he takes home some hardware as well, as he was named the most valuable player of the National League Championship Series. And just a short time ago, Freddie and Eddie had a chance to meet with the media.
The dream was going to keep getting better. How close is this to that ultimate dream?
La verdad que es un gran paso de mi carrera, en mi vida. De verdad, estar en este momento, pero quiero más. Quiero más y quiero ganar la bolsa.
It's truly a great moment, not just in my career, but in my life as well. But I want more. I want to win the World Series.
Next question. Eddie, just what does it mean to you to have that trophy there and be the MVP of the series?
Siempre creí en eso. Siempre creí que yo pude ganar un MVP, sea el que sea. Y de verdad que mi mayor premio ahora mismo en mi carrera, quiero más. Eso es lo único que siento, de verdad, quiero más.
I always believed in myself. I always knew that I could win an MVP trophy like this, and it was something I always hoped for, regardless of what anyone said or thought of me. But like I said before, I want more. Okay. And, also, this is obviously my greatest accomplishment in my career so far, this trophy and this award. So, something to definitely be proud of.
Okay, Dave. Eddie, how does it feel to be in a line of great players from Puerto Rico, but currently so many other guys have kind of got more attention than you? How does it feel? How good does it feel to be recognized as the best player in this series?
Se siente bien. Creo que yo he tenido grandes primera mitad en mi carrera. Siempre traté de ganarme un juego de estrella. Creo que me merecí 2 juegos de estrella, pero no se pudo. Pero en algún momento yo dije que algún premio me voy a ganar, porque yo soy un buen pelotero y un gran jugador, y yo juego para ganar el equipo y ayudarlo a ganar.
Yeah, it feels great. I feel like I've had a good first half of my career. I feel like I was vying for 2 All-Star appearances. I feel like I deserved them. That didn't happen, so I kept just vying for the next award or accolade, and this was it. But that's just the way I play. I wanted to, illustrate the type of ball player that I am and showcase that I am capable of doing these things. And I'm just going to keep doing that and giving my best effort to the team and whatever I'm doing.
And just to follow up, how good does it feel to hear your name chanted, Eddie, just as loud as Freddie next to you?
Eso me empuja a tener un gran momento. Me ha pasado antes en Minnesota. Creo que son momentos que uno se gana del público. Yo sé que aquí Freddy tenía eso, pero eso ayuda a que el pitcher se ponga nervioso y me tire el pitcher correcto y yo tenga un gran momento.
It motivates me. It motivates me to come through in big moments. And that's something you have to earn, and I feel like it was something that I had in Minnesota. And it's definitely an advantage, I feel like, you kind of, the pitcher hears a little bit and it almost forces him to throw the pitch that you want to see.
Okay, Mark. Freddie, how good does this feel? And is it better because you did have to go through that rebuild? You had to go through some tough postseasons here and there.
Yeah, this feels pretty good. I think this might be the definition of pure joy. It really is. I really don't
it hasn't hit me at all. I don't really know how to feel. Usually we're sitting in our locker, you know, and just thinking about the whole season and getting ready for next year, and we actually did it. And going from 97 losses 6 years ago to doing this, it's special. And to lose, in my opinion, the best player in the National League, and we're up here going to the World Series without Ronald Acuna Jr. It's amazing what this team did.
Yeah, Freddie, you would have been happy clinching the pennant anywhere, obviously, but Snit said this was kind of the perfect night and the perfect setting for to do it here in front of these fans and have the ceremony on the field. What did that mean?
Yeah, to do it in front of your home fan. I mean, obviously we wanted to do it in Game 5. Let's be honest. But to come back home and, you know, it's just, you guys know, we've heard the questions for a couple days. 3-1 last year, this and that. And to just kill it real fast, that's in front of our fans. They had the mariachi bands going, and they had all their things going the last 3 games. So it was nice to come home and have our fans be on our side. And you know, what he did this series, I mean, it's historic. To come up in that situation and hit a 3-run home run with 2, it's really unheard of. He just kept, it seems like every single, even his last at bat was a bullet. So hopefully these 2 off days go quick so we can get going again.
All right. Freddie, you've always been known as an aggressive team, hitting and otherwise. But did Eddie ratchet that up another gear or 2?
I think we've been aggressive the whole time, and Eddie just came right in. And for him to go right into leadoff 6 days ago, and just keep doing it, and then he gets moved to the 5-hole and still does it, and goes back to the leadoff hole. We're a very aggressive team. We're aggressive on heaters, and you know that was our plan and approach today too, to get on his heater. And well, he's been doing it his whole career, so he was just been a perfect fit for us.
Okay, Mark.
Hey, when you were acquired, you were hurt. The team was still under 500. At what point in time, when you either while you were rehabbing or when you came back and joined the roster, did you feel like this team had what it took to get to the World Series?
O sea, cuando llegaste a este equipo estaba lastimado y estabas recuperándote todavía. Pero en qué punto en tiempo tú te diste cuenta y supiste en tu mente que este equipo tenía la capacidad de llegar a esta etapa de la postemporada.
Son etapas del equipo. Creo que cuando yo llegué, el equipo estaba peleando para llegar al primer lugar. No estábamos seguros de que íbamos a ganar la división, estábamos peleando por eso. Y yo soy un competidor, yo siempre estoy ready para el momento. Y yo desde que llegué de rehabilitación vine a hacer el trabajo para demostrarle que yo tengo que estar ahí y que yo voy a ayudar al equipo a ganar. Y creo que lo hice.
It's everything goes in phases, you know, everything moves in phases. And so when I first got here, it felt like the phase that we were in as a team was just trying to fight for that first place spot in the division and just trying to battle away into winning the division to get into the playoffs or whatever. And as far as for me, I'm a very competitive person, so I knew right away that I wanted to come in and sort of set the bar in that sense and just keep fighting for the team and set the tone in that sense.
Okay, Freddie, we keep talking about what Alex did there at the trade deadline, but now that you guys are here, is it safe to say that's one of the greatest trade deadlines in MLB history?
I'm going to go with yes. To pick up, well, what he did like before the trade deadline too, getting Jock and just letting us know that we believe in you, and you know, losing Ronald and at the All-Star break, and then what he did getting him, getting Adam back, getting Richard, who helped us tremendously, Jorge. I would have to say yes. I mean, we had to pick up Ronald, and it feels like everyone on the team had picked it up in the second half. I mean, it's 2 different teams really from the first half and the second half if you really look at it. So, and then you know, it took, I think it was around a month till he came too. So we just had little weapons waiting in the wings all over the place, and then we unleashed them, and here we are sitting in the World Series.
What are we doing last?
Go ahead, Freddie. There was some those teams in the '90s were some confident teams with a lot of veterans and all that. But it feels like this team might even have more confidence or swagger, as today's term, than any of the Braves teams in the past. It feels like you guys never doubted yourselves, even when everybody else did. These last few days, especially.
Yeah, I just think it's because of what we overcame this year. I mean, we've had like 40-foot potholes that we've hit. You know, like humongous speed bumps. I mean, everything you could possibly see in a road, we hit it, you know, and and we still somehow overcame all that. And I think that's what this team has, is anything we got thrown at us, we overcame it. I mean, you saw we lost Jorge, our leadoff hitter, the last 3 weeks of the season, right before the series, and we're just like, okay, here we go. Let's just figure this out and keep going. And I think that's the thing. And you know, everyone just looks at overall record. It's just been, you know, how this team has played in the second half is what made us feel this confident about ourselves and what we've overcome. It's just kind of the whole thing that put it all together, make us feel the way we feel.
Okay, we'll take two more quick ones, and then we'll get AJ and Tyler up here. Over here on the left.
Freddie, I mean, being here your entire career and having the ups and downs and the heartbreak in the postseason, I mean, did you ever allow for self-doubt to kind of creep in and be like, hey, is this ever going to happen for me?
No, not for that. Every single year you come to spring training expecting to get to the World Series. That's been my goal every single year, and you never self-doubt, and you just see what this team has done in the last 4 years, and you could see what was coming through those rebuild years too, and you just get excited, and then you start winning. You win the division, you get to the NLCS last year, and then you get back to the playoffs again this year with everything we overcame. You never self-doubt, because, it is extremely hard to get here, obviously. Well, some of these young guys might not think so, but it's been a crazy journey, some of the ups and downs, and it's no self-doubt ever, because, you know, this is, you expect to get here every single year until it doesn't happen.
Okay, we'll take the last one here in the middle.
Hey, Freddie, forgive me if this has already been asked, but the resiliency of the squad, just really battling back when people threw a punch, you guys always find out a way to throw a counter punch. Where does that come from? And is that based off of the leadership of the guys that are in the locker room, and how does that help feed down to the younger players as they're going through this process?
I think that's just a collective whole as a team. The guys in that clubhouse, in our clubhouse, just doesn't matter what. I think this whole year showed what the word resilience means. I mean, from pretty much day one, you know, in the first month of the season we lost, you know, Zuna had his deal. You had Darno, we lost for 3 months. We lost Acuna. We were expecting Soroka to be in April. We just kept getting back up and just kept hitting punches back, you know, and I think that's just the collective whole as a unit that we have. It's just these guys after last year could just taste it, you know, and we let it get away, losing the 3-1 lead, and we came back and we had to deal with the questions, and we took that down real fast, and I think that's just the group we have, and that's the character we have.
Well, there's Freddie and Eddie, and along with team translator Franco Garcia. We appreciate his assistance as always. Braves have clinched the pennant. They are off to the World Series, so a couple of days off for the fellas. They'll get a chance to regroup a little bit and get ready for the Houston Astros. That starts on Tuesday, and Game 1 coming your way a little after 8 o'clock on Tuesday. And, of course, we'll have all the action for you. It's 8:09 p.m. Eastern, so our pregame coverage begins a little before 7 o'clock. And, of course, stay with us here on the Braves Radio Network for all the very latest on your Atlanta Braves as they are off to the World Series. Well, that's going to do it for our network coverage here on a Saturday night turned Sunday morning. Long night, but certainly worth every minute of it as the Braves are champions of the National League. Want to thank the fellas on the other side of the glass for their hard work as always. That's Isaiah Stewart, Cameron Carruth, and Keith Ippolito. And for our entire Braves Radio Network crew, I'm Kevin McAlpin saying so long and good night from Atlanta, where the Braves are off to the World Series for the first time since 1999. And you heard all the action right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show. Driven by your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves baseball is an exclusive presentation of the Atlanta Braves, Dickey Broadcasting Company, and Major League Baseball. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and